Okay, so before we get started, I think I actually need to click intro so you can really watch the beginning of this. It's going to be kind of in a small window. I think that's just how the game is. So, let's do this. This used to be state-of-the-art, guys. It's so old school. It's still state-of-the-art, honestly. It's very classy. He's going to look quite a bit different than he did in Gabriel Knight 2, the FMV game. Feels like a fever dream. That's kind of what it was. It was basically a fever dream. So if you couldn't tell what was really going on, that was Gabriel Knight having a nightmare, basically. I'm going to skip that intro sequence. You've heard that song enough already. Day 1. I dreamt of blood upon the shore, of eyes that spoke of sin. The lake was smooth and deep and black, as was her scented skin. I like that, Tiny. A nightmare.
Mm-hmm. I bet. Just a minute. It lives, I see.
Sifa.
Do you want to speak with Lolita?
He's like, no, I don't.
I'm sorry, but Gabriel is allowed. Oh, I mean, he's out. Yeah, if he ever comes back, I'll tell him. You know, you could do better. I know I don't know you, but you could do better. Good
Ouch.
morning. The phone's been ringing off the hook all morning. Let me know when you want your messages.
Yeah.
Gee, you're lively. Did you have another nightmare last night?
Sort of.
Mm-hmm. I told you it's that voodoo book you're researching. That stuff can seriously screw up your karma.
I'm sure that's it. Maybe I should write a horror novel on passive resistance instead.
Do it.
So don't sleep. It's your body. Anyway, your handheld tape recorder came today.
Really? Great.
Tape recorder? What year is this?
I can't wait to see what human rights you violate with this one.
I can't wait to violate them. For example, if you would just let me...
And
Oh,
I
don't do
located
it.
some local voodoo references for you. Dixieland Drugstore and the Historical Museum of Voodoo. Both are right here in French Quarter.
How would I ever manage without you?
You? Give me a break. The devil himself couldn't change you.
Well, if the devil had great legs, perhaps. Like yours.
And a riveting personality, I'm sure. Well, if you need any more research done, just ask. It's not as though we're swamped with customers.
So now, a little more backstory. This is Tim Curry playing a New Orleans accent. So good luck with that. Yeah, he is a walking lawsuit. A lot of sexual harassment, misogyny stuff going to happen in this game. So be prepared. I think when I was testing this earlier, there was an option to turn on text. There we go. So now we can actually get subtitles. But you can't do that until you get to the menu. I have my pitchfork ready. Nice. So I imagine this is save and this is restore. So let me try to create a save real quick. There we go. We'll be doing that a lot. This is one of those old school point and click games that has no problem killing you. Now we can finally understand them, right, Hasifa? And good to see you, Hasifa. I've never played this game either. I've played the remake, but I've never played the original. So I'm really curious to see what they've changed, how much harder it is, how much more janky it is, I guess. But everybody prefers this one due to the voice cast, pretty much. A game that has no trouble killing you? Sounds like John has met his match. Oh no. Yeah, who can kill more? The game or me? And honestly, you'd play Gabriel Knight, or you'd play a game about him violating the Geneva Convention. That's going to be the fourth game, Tiny. That's the fourth one. Okay, so I can right-click and that changes what the icon looks like. I don't know if you can see that in the middle of the screen, but it looks like a talk icon. Oh, that's question, and this one is an exclamation point. I don't know what that is. You can walk someplace. That's the foot icon. The hand, I guess if you want to grab something or someone. Door, I guess you have to use a special thing to open a door. And I'm guessing this like mask is like if you want to look at something. So let me just try this.
Blessed caffeine.
Oh yeah, by the way, there's a narrator to the game. It's kind of like a Miss Cleo type fortune teller voice.
St. George's books could use some serious renovation, but Gabriel likes to think that the place has character.
Oh, so how's the volume now that you guys are hearing some voices too? The narrator's great. Some people think it's really annoying. I think it's charming. It's kind of funny. I should probably talk to... this is our assistant who we've hired to run the bookstore, which you actually get to see her in the second game as well.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Grace, that's it. Let's. You guys are going to be hearing this a lot. Oh, I can't actually ask about some of these things. Or can I? Oh, they're like different colors. That's kind of weird. Some are orange and some are white. I'm not sure why. Let's ask about voodoo.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I didn't know much of anything about it until you started researching it for your book. Now I know that it's active in the city. There's that shop and museum. It can clearly be dangerous in the wrong hands. You should be careful investigating it.
I'm sure we'll be fine, right? Is that the gay glasses? Is that what that is, Tiny? It's like the style. And for reference, the controls are, okay, walk, look, ask, talk, pick up, open, close. Okay, so it's not just doors. That makes sense. Operate and move. Oh, you saw art and began thinking of Clock Tower. Oh, the classic Super Nintendo Clock Tower. Sashima. Voodoo? Hoodoo. How about the Voodoo Murders?
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
Just what I read in the paper, same as you.
And Nolans.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Well, I've only been here 2 months, but I love it. It's so much more alive than any place I've been. It feels like anything's possible here.
I really want to go to New Orleans. I actually had plane tickets to go before all this COVID stuff hit. So instead of going there, now I have a huge credit through Expedia that I can't use until things open up again, you know? Let's see, that jawline, right? They try to make him as handsome as possible, Craig. He's supposed to be kind of a womanizer. What about you, Grace?
Tell me about yourself, Grace.
Yeah, right, Knight.
I mean it.
What do you want to know?
Oh, now we get some sub-questions. Beads. What about beads? Also, it's kind of funny, but from what I've seen in videos with the voice acting, sometimes he sounds like Gabriel Knight, his like thing. Other times he just sounds like Tim Curry. You can tell like that's straight up Tim Curry. I love that southern accent. Isn't that nice, Luminous? And how's it going, Luminous? Good to see you. How come we haven't gone out yet? Oh, we're just going there, are we?
How come we haven't gone out yet?
I'm still waiting around for that lobotomy. As soon as I get it, I'll let you know.
Ouch! How do you like working at St. George?
How do you like working at St. George's Books?
Well, it's not exactly a huge intellectual challenge.
Probably not.
Although the math in your record books could confuse Einstein. Still, I love old books, and it's a nice way to pay the bills while I explore the city for a summer. If you ever pay me, that is.
We don't pay her? What? Oh, and Hasifa, thank you for that distinction between the talk and ask, which is really cool to have. I like that. What do you do after work?
What do you do after work?
Well, I either go to my oil painting class or my Tai Chi. You know that.
You know, you can go overboard with this improving yourself stuff. You don't want to alienate us mere mortals.
Don't limit her.
I suppose I should just allow my mind and body to atrophy.
Works for me.
What? Hey, Cantel, how's it going? It's good to see you again. What? How old are you? We're trying to get smacked?
How old are you?
Old enough to know about men like you.
Good answer. Good answer. Just tell me anything at all.
Just tell me anything at all.
I just got my master's in history and classics. My folks wanted me to go on right away for my PhD, but 18 years of school was enough. I needed a break.
Oh, I guess you could do this multiple times.
Just tell me anything
Get more
at all.
backstory.
I came to New Orleans because I'd read so much about it, and I thought, spending a few months here would clear my head.
It's tiny. It just gets worse from here, I'm sure. Yeah, you've never played any of them? I've played the remake of this one, Cantel. I played number 2, and I've watched my dad play a little bit of 3. 3, I'm not sure if I'm going to stream. It might be fun just because I think it's the jankiest of all of them. It's 3D, it's not 2D, so they got that going against it. Usually 3D adventure games can be extra janky, but maybe we'll try it sometime. Okay, let's go back and ask some other stuff.
Nothing, I guess. Never mind.
Suit yourself.
Too much depth for that face. Also, I think Tim Curry came back for the 3rd one, which is really cool. I guess we could ask for messages, because she's kind of our receptionist as well.
Do you have messages for me?
Dana called, and Susie left a message about a lawsuit.
Lawsuit?
Awesome.
Okie dokie. There's more when you want 'em.
What about lawsuit? You're just going to toss messages about lawsuit? See, one thing you might want to know is that the tape recorder in the top menu screen allows you to play back conversations you have had when asking people. That's really cool, just to refresh your memory. I like that. You know I need that. So we can ask for more messages?
Do you have more messages for me?
Your grandmother called.
Oh, great.
I keep meaning to get over there. What does she say? Did she sound good?
She sounded great, and we had a nice little chat about you.
Grace.
Don't worry. I didn't go into detail about your cardinal sins. Not that anything about you could surprise her. She adores you anyway.
Oh,
She's my girl.
But she said to remind you to stop by and go through your father's things.
Okay.
I love that little note. So what that little noise you just heard is we accomplished something. Whether it's you getting a clue, completing a puzzle, picked up something you need, something like that. You always hear that ding, 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 ding. Do we have any more messages?
Do you have more messages for me?
Here's a strange one. You got a call from someone named Wolfgang Ritter? He said he was calling from Germany. He told me it was urgent, maybe you should give him a call.
Call Germany. Like hell. If it's really important, he'll call back.
Well, fine. Let's just hope he's not with the German lottery for pitiful American authors.
A call to Germany would be very expensive, so I kind of understand that. Let's see, it reminds you of Broken Sword, Cantel? And not sure why specifically, since you played a lot of point and clicks. Yeah, maybe just because it's more realistic. That makes sense. Any more messages?
Do you have more messages for me?
Your friend Detective Mosely called. Talkative, isn't he?
We have a lot of messages.
Especially with you. What do you want?
He left an interesting message. He told me to tell you that his mother's maiden name is Humphrey. Oh, that's Humprey.
Fascinating.
Why would he tell us
And that
that?
he left some photos for you at the station. At the front desk.
It's about time.
Gabriel. Those photos wouldn't have anything to do with the Voodoo Murders,
No.
would they?
No.
Now, why would you say something like that?
Because I know you. You're getting privileged information, aren't you? Did you tell him you'd put him in your new voodoo book?
A writer has certain obligation to his readers, you know.
Gabriel, you know you'll never put him in your book. Your main character is a female orthodontist. You're gonna be reincarnated as a pit bull if you keep screwing with your karma.
As long as it's a male pit bull with a really big...
Oh no.
That's enough. Thanks. Anyway, that's all the messages.
Gabriel.
Thank God.
All right, I think we're done with the messages. that's just Gabriel. Tim Curry kills it though. I'm glad we're playing this old school one. So Luminous, when you finish Control, I have mixed emotions about the end. I understand why they did it the way they do it though. It leaves it kind of open for more gameplay, but that's because there's more things to be done. Like there's so many more places to explore and things to clear out. So It feels a little anticlimactic, but it's because there's more to do. And of course there's going to be DLC and stuff as well. So it wasn't like a cliffhanger, but it's not like we're done sort of ending, if that makes any sense. But no, enjoy it. I'm excited to see what you think of the ending too. Okay, and request research? So we can ask her to, like, do, I guess, some of the work we should be doing.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
I can't think of anything. So we have to go and get ideas for things we need research for. That makes sense.
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're finally done with this conversation. But Grace is awesome. I like Grace. So I'm guessing right now we just want to look around, see what's going on here. Hey, Waffle Master, welcome back, dude. How's it going?
Gabriel looks at the cash register, checking for cobwebs.
Aw. And I think I asked earlier, but I might have missed it. You guys think the sound is good for the voices and everything? Or do you guys want it a little louder, a little lower? It looks like it's pretty good on my end. Maybe it could be a little louder. That looks like something I can pick up right there. It's pretty good balanced? Okay, sweet.
The magnifying glass is a handy item for reading old manuscripts or the fine print on Gabriel's lease.
Now, this reminds me of like old Scooby-Doo cartoons and things like that, but the newspaper and these two items right here, they don't look like they fit in with the background. I bet we can pick them up. So let me try. Which one do we want? This hand icon? That's probably it.
Mind if I borrow the magnifying glass?
No, Sherlock. Just bring it back when we get the next estate shipment.
Nice.
No problem.
No, Sherlock. What is this?
There's a pair of tweezers on the counter. Grace uses them for book repair work.
I imagine repairing a book would be pretty tough. Camping was a lot of fun, Luminous. The everything before the sleep portion. We had great barbecue. We had fun outside with my brother-in-law's daughter and the dogs. The bonfire was great. Had a few beers. But then we just couldn't sleep at all. Just cold, tossing and turning. The dogs were tossing and turning because they were in a weird situation. So I'm a little lacking sleep right now. I'm curious how long my brain's gonna work, if it's even working at all. Okay, let's try to grab the tweezers.
I'm gonna take the tweezers for a bit.
Good. You're beginning to look a little scruffy.
Nice.
Just trying to make you feel at home.
So like all point-and-click games, we're totally kleptomaniac. We have to take everything we can. So looks like we can also check out the newspaper.
Today's newspaper is on the counter.
Let's get some news. I wonder if there is a way to quickly choose which one of those options you want.
Picayune, dated June 18, 1993. The front page has an article about the Voodoo murders.
Oh, there we
The
go.
article says that the victims are all identified as members of the underworld. The general public of New Orleans is in no danger.
Nothing to worry about.
Police claim the so-called voodoo trappings found at the crime scenes are fake, a scare tactic, and that the murders are not associated with any genuine practitioners. Gabriel also scans the Aquarius horoscope
That's
for
me.
the day. Potential storms ahead.
I'm Aquarius.
Proceed with caution and do not get involved with anything new at this time.
It's a little ominous.
Right.
I don't like that. Error. John is raging misogynist. Not at all. Yeah, I've already had one cup of coffee, Luminous. I'm definitely gonna have another one at some point today. Okay, so now that we've done that, I wonder if we can talk to Grace. Yeah, so also, let's see, where was that? Hasifa. I know you can go up here and click these things, but I wonder if I can just like it'd be nice if it was a keyboard button that I could quickly switch between, because I think it's almost quicker just to right click and toggle that way. Except if you miss it, then it takes even longer.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
So now that we have some more information about the Voodoo murders, I wonder if I can request research, just as
Could
a
you do
test.
some research for me?
Sure, what?
Nope, not yet.
I can't think of any.
Okay.
Just had to try. Oh, not going to stay much. Oh, your ear is still bugging you, Tiny? I'm so sorry to hear that. Has this happened a lot, or is this kind of like something new, I guess? Could we have some coffee? Ah, that sounds so good right now. But I've had coffee way too recently.
Mmm, good coffee.
That did not help us.
Cute gargoyle, eh?
Now, I wonder if there's some way to identify...
This is, excuse me, a damn fine cup of coffee.
Perfect timing. I wonder if there's any way to identify which things I can pick up.
It's an ashtray.
That looks like we can grab it. I don't know why we want to grab an ashtray, but
Gabriel doesn't need the ashtray.
never mind. Could we take money out of the cash register? It is our shop.
It's certainly light enough, but rather useless, as Gabriel well knows.
I don't mean pick up the whole thing. So does this mean I need to, like, open it?
Gabriel opens the cash register
There we
to
go.
examine the take. Or, in the case of St.
Oh.
John's books, the mistake.
Ouch. The shade she throws our way. Okay. I just love this. This sass is ridiculous.
The cash register contains about $20 in
Oh.
small bills and change.
All right, let's see if we can take that money.
Gabriel, that's all the change money I have. Touch it, and you can kiss your hand goodbye.
Never mind.
Would I do that to you?
Okay, we can't do that then. Well, why can I look in here though then?
Shifting the money around to make it look like there's more. Won't help.
That's if you try to like operate it, like just move it around. Oh, that's great. What else can we do? Let's see. You can see keyboard shortcuts, but apparently it's on a 3-button mouse. The middle mouse will toggle between walk and last. Well, that's kind of cool, Hasifa. Maybe I'll try using the middle mouse for like commonly used things, you know? All right, I guess we can just close it. Right now we can't do much of anything.
Gabriel's financial structure is fragile enough without playing with the money.
Dang it. Okay. What is this down here?
Grace keeps her art supplies here.
Oh, okay. Probably shouldn't mess with that.
3 snakes in a skull. Gabriel's father painted it.
What a wacky offbeat kind of guy Daddy was.
That's pretty cool. Oh, and the coat. Yeah, maybe we can get something from there. Although,
Dramatic, isn't it? Gabriel didn't eat
Sec.
for 3 weeks after splurging on that coat.
whoa.
He has a thing for black leather.
It's probably a really nice coat. So yeah, if I use... Oh yeah, so now the middle mouse button just toggles between the last 2 that I've used. That's kind of handy. Or between walk, I guess, and the last one you've used.
It's a bit warm in here. Gabriel decides to wait until he leaves to put on his coat.
Okay, we have to wait. Can we grab a book?
Gabriel's had all those books in the bathroom and doesn't care to read them again.
What? He's had all those books in the bathroom? There's also like a back door here too, it looks like. And this must be where he was sleeping, right? Where he had the nightmare? Oh yeah, it's his bedroom.
A little cold bubbly and brie cheese is about all Gabriel's fridge ever has in it. Bills from last Christmas gather dust on the door.
He's kind of struggling, isn't he?
Gabriel might as well leave that here.
Okay, we can't mess with that. What is this on the wall right here?
Gabriel's bedroom is also his office, his studio, and library.
I'm trying to click on this thing on the wall.
Gabriel's bed,
I don't think I can.
jeans and t-shirts. A poster on the wall advertises
I really
Mardi
must-
Gras. The biggest party of the year in New Orleans.
It would be fun to go to Mardi Gras, but it might be too much, you know?
The typewriter is beginning to accumulate cobwebs.
So besides...
Should I feel guilty? Nah.
I was going to say, besides owning a bookstore, Gabriel's also a writer. But he hasn't been writing much lately.
Gabriel's not in the mood for tidying up.
I was trying to tell him to use the typewriter.
The typewriter is too heavy to lug round.
But maybe we can't. What is the cogs? I'm not sure. Maybe that's actually use.
Writer's block.
So there's three like interactions. There's pick up, push, and use. Oh, they have a bio section for some of the voice actors? That's pretty cool. Yeah, the dogs have a... I don't know what Georgie's barking at. So who exactly is the sassy woman in our head? We don't know. It's just like... That's what it is. A sassy woman in our head.
Mardi Gras mementos left by some female or other.
Oh, that's why all these beads are down here too.
It's Gabriel's bed. Unmade as usual.
Make your bed, dude. Or am I trying to tell him to go to sleep? No, he's just going to go to bed.
It's no use. I can't sleep.
Oh, Grilled Tomato, you're really tired, so you're going to pop in for later. Oh, take care, Grilled Tomato. Hopefully you get a nap. Get some rest. It was good to see you. Virginia Capers. Now, is that the voice actress, Hasifa? Or is it actually like a character in real life or in this world, I guess? I wonder if there's anything we're supposed to pick up in here.
The dresser holds a meager supply of underwear and 38 pairs of mismatched socks.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
The desk phone is cheap, but functional.
Oh, maybe we can use the phone. I don't know who we're going to call. Maybe we can call Mosely, our buddy. Oh, we actually have to know the phone number. Okay. What's memory?
Gabriel never has figured out how to operate the memory function on this phone.
Dang it. That's kind of cool. Wait, let's call 911. You got to try that, right? Oh, does it not work?
There's nothing there to operate.
Oh, I guess you can't. When you have a right number, it'll go through.
There's nothing.
All right, off. Later on, we could do that. Oh, that's the voice actor's name, Hasifa. Oh, cool. Let's see. Would I figure him for a manly Android phone? Yeah, this is 1993. I think this game came out. I'm not sure if it takes place in 93, but... Let's see, what else can we look at here?
Several dozen books, including a few of Gabriel's novels, occupy the shelves above his desk.
I could see myself very easily just like looking around at stuff and leaving, but missing an important object, you know?
The medicine cabinet contains a few old prescriptions, personal hygiene stuff, and lots of hair products, including some hair gel.
Not surprised. Can we pick anything up in there? Oops.
I'll take this hair gel.
There we go.
You never know when you'll need a touch-up.
Something like that, right? Easy to miss. Let's see. You had a newspaper from 93 that talked about voodoo murders, and I'm guessing it's really... So this is like actual things that happened around that time. That's pretty cool. Let's see. I remember back when I think I had a 286. That's ancient Luminous. Yeah, we had one of those. I don't know if we ever had a 386. Or maybe... No, I think it's the opposite. I never had a 286. We had a 386, and then a 486, and then a Pentium. Okay, we're probably done here. Let's see if we can go explore the town.
Gabriel cannot open or close that.
Trying to go to the door. I missed it. There we go. Pentium 166 was your first one. Was it a Gateway?
I'll be back later.
Uh-huh.
Gateway was really popular back then. Tiny 386. That's long. Are you heading out, Tiny? So here's like our world map, I guess. This is the bookshop. That's where we are right now. We can go to the Dixieland Drugstore, Historical Voodoo Museum, St. Louis Cathedral, Jackson Square Overlook, Napoleon House, and the police station. We should probably go to the police station, because I think we had a message that some stuff was left here for us. Oh, was that a little bit of FMV? Oh, I missed the park, sorry. I do remember there's a park in this game. Not just being horny jail inhabitant.
There is nothing to open up.
You're doing that on accident. You're just doing your time, Tiny. Alright, guess we talk to this dude. First I want to look at stuff.
The desk sergeant looked like a poster boy for heart disease.
Ouch.
30 extra pounds between his armpits and his belt, and a complexion of consistency of gray oatmeal. In other words, a typical product of good southern cooking.
She is merciless, isn't she?
She's not bad.
That time it wasn't her talking, it was just Gabriel.
A uniformed officer of the New Orleans Police Department.
I was like, no PD. What is no PD? New Orleans. That makes sense.
A uniformed officer of...
She's not bad.
He says that about all the women, doesn't he?
There's a photocopy machine in the office area.
That thing is huge.
Gabriel can't read the bulletin board from where he's standing.
So we need to get closer, I guess. So you remember in 2008, you had your first MacBook Pro, 512, I guess that's megabytes of RAM in it, and they wanted to bump it up to a gig of RAM. My eyes went, what? You can have a gig of RAM? Do it. Now what is a computer? Oh, I mean, my computer is 32 gigs. 16 is probably the standard now.
Gabriel is standing in the lobby of his friend Mosely's precinct. It smells like a cross between a hospital and brewery.
Okay, that's bad. You don't want your police station to smell like a brewery. All right, let's go ahead and talk to this guy.
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
What do you know about voodoo?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Me? Nothing. I'm a Catholic boy.
About the murders?
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
I'm not allowed to give out information on police cases.
Oh, this guy's voice is so familiar. The narrator sounds like someone from a brewery. Nice. And your former stepdad was a computer dude, so in 2002, you were given your own desktop. Probably to shut you up. Say, hey, keep busy with this, right? All right, what can you tell me about New Orleans?
Are you sure you can't give me the scoop on the Voodoo Murders
Clicked on the wrong one.
Hey, buddy. Do I look like the kind of lowlife that'd betray my sacred oath to this department?
Yep.
I don't know. What would that kind of lowlife look like?
Like hamburger meat if I got a hold of them. Kind of like what you're gonna look like in about 5 seconds.
We're gonna be more careful.
Okay, sorry I asked.
I meant to click on New Orleans.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I'll tell you, I'm glad as hell it's not Mardi Gras. If it weren't for that 1 month a year, being a cop in New Orleans would be a real pleasure. As it is, I'd rather stick behind this desk.
Yeah, Max, when I set up my arcade machine, it was originally running Vista, because that was the thing at the time, but as soon as I could upgrade to Windows 10, I did that very quickly. Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself.
Who, me? I'm the desk sergeant Frick. Why?
Rick?
That's right. You got a problem with that?
Not at all.
Frick. Sergeant Frick. Okay. What about Detective Mosely? That's our buddy we're looking for. By the way, Detective Mosely is voice acted by Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker.
I'm here to see Detective Mosely.
And the Joker.
He's out at a crime scene. Sorry.
All right, he's not here. Okay. And what about the photographs he left for me?
I was supposed to pick up some photos from Detective Mosely at the front desk.
Is that right? And who are you?
My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Yeah. I got something for you, all right. Soon as you're done talking, I'll give it to you.
That sounds like a threat. It is really Tim Curry, which he's doing a really good job of not sounding exactly like Tim Curry. I didn't know he could do that. I always kind of just sound like Tim Curry, no matter what his role was, you know?
Here's that envelope for you, Gabriel Knight.
Thanks.
From what I remember hearing, though, there's times in the game where he's like kind of yelling or something like that, and it just sounds like Tim Curry. Okay, we got the item we need. Can we talk to her back here?
Gabriel can't do anything with the officer from the front lobby.
I guess we have to get back there somehow later. Okay, so we just got a new item. Where is that? Is this like our backpack or something? There we go. Here's all the items we have right now. This must be the hair gel.
The jar contains frou-frou hair gel.
Frou-frou hair gel. Is that like a brand?
The magnifying glass is an expensive one with an inlaid jade handle, an heirloom from Gabriel's grandfather.
That's pretty amazing, Tony. I've never heard that before. Hi, Georgie. What you doing? What are you barking for, huh? And Luminous, your wife found a Mac Desk Pro desktop last year with 32 gigs of RAM. That's really good. 2 Xeons in it and 3.5, and just needs to be broken apart and dusted. That's not bad at all. That's a lot of RAM for something like that. Oh, I need to show Gus off. Hold on, you gotta see this. So Gus is in here. I'm gonna try not to show Andy because she'll kill me. But you guys have to see Gus. All right, there we go. Well, that's weird. It's like showing the music. I wonder if that's why it wasn't working right earlier. Okay, well, check this out. Look at Gus. He's wearing a shirt. If I can get a better angle, he's actually wearing a Batman t-shirt right now. He was so cold last night. And he put that on him. He just looks so cozy in it. You see what you see here? I think you flipped it upside down, babe, but yeah. Yeah. What a classy Gus. Oh, good boy. You're upside down. There we go.
Oh,
There he is.
okay.
Hi, Georgie. All the dogs are so tired from the camping trip as well. It's funny, when we first got that shirt for him, it looked like a really big oversized shirt. Now it actually fits him pretty well. He's right there. Oh yeah, there's Georgie. Hi, Georgie. You had to see Gus like that. Okay, I want to check out the tweezers real quick.
The tweezers from the bookshop are an old stainless steel pair that Gabriel's had forever.
Coffee and dog bowls? Yeah, I mean, I'm scared what caffeine would actually do to a dog. It's probably not safe.
The envelope from Mosely is a plain manila one. It feels pretty light.
So this has the pictures that Mosely was trying to give us, so let's go ahead and try to open it. I guess this?
Gabriel opens the manila envelope.
There we go.
And finds 2 photographs.
Is that a dead body? I think it's a dead body.
One of the photos from Mosely is an official Voodoo Murder's crime scene shot. A graphic close-up of a victim.
Even with pixel art, that looks pretty gruesome. Yeah, Windows 7, pretty much everybody liked. I don't remember a lot of complaints about Windows 7. But Vista? Nobody liked Vista. And what's this picture then?
The photograph of Mosely
Oh.
was apparently taken upon his graduation from the police academy. He had hair then.
I wonder why he gave us an old picture of himself. Interesting. Okay, so I guess play goes back here. So Mosley's not here. I guess we still need to find him. They said he was at a crime scene, but we don't know where the crime scene is, do we? Maybe I need to ask him before we leave? Maybe he can tell us.
Can I bother you again, officer?
What is it this time?
You know, I didn't mind 8 too much once I kind of learned how to get around, like the menus a little bit better. Okay, let me ask about Detective Mosely again.
About Detective Mosely.
I told you he's not here.
I know. Oh, he's not going to tell me where it is. Okay. Tiny, I'm so low maintenance. I don't give a at any point. That makes it easy. Windows Me. I don't think I've ever actually used Windows Me, but I know everybody hated it. Okay, so there's a crime scene somewhere, but we don't know where it is. How would we find that? Oh, there's a Greater New Orleans map? Let me try that. Here we go. Oh, we can go see Grandma. Okay, I think that's probably what we should do. We also got a message from Grandma. So let's go visit Grams. I only missed on Pain and Suffering, so I didn't miss much. Ah, this
Gabriel, I'm so glad you stopped by.
pixel art is classy.
Sorry it's been a while, Grandma.
Not at all. Give us a kiss. Now come and sit down. Tell me how you're doing.
Okay, Andy's trying to get my attention just a second. Just in one moment. Andy needs a hug. Be right back. Come here, baby. Yeah, drivers, I've heard, were some of the worst problems with the kind of crappy Windows systems, which is terrible because when your drivers don't work, your hardware doesn't work. And that means what the hell can you do? Oh, gonna get some snooze. Good night, Tiny. Thank you for dropping in. Get some good sleep. Hopefully your ears feel better when you wake up. All right, let's check out what's in here.
On the wall are portraits of Gran and Gramps when they were young. Gabriel's inherited some good-looking genes.
Those are huge, huge portraits. What the heck is this on the floor?
Granny's knitting.
Oh.
She whips through that stuff like there was no tomorrow.
I can't remember the last time I've seen like a blue screen or anything like that with Windows 10. Thank goodness.
The wood in the bin is sudden pine, and is probably fossilized by now.
It's been there so long.
Granny likes soft lighting. That clock has been in the Wright family, Granny's family, for centuries.
There's so many little things you can look at. It's kind of cool.
The magazines in the bin includes issues of Southern Living, Ladies' Home Journal, and Macabre.
That makes sense, Max. Yeah, you push it to the limit. Nothing can survive that, right? All right, let's chat with Granny.
Can we talk, Gran?
Of course, my boy. How can I help?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? What an odd question, Gabriel. Of course, you always were interested in monster movies and all that other weird stuff. You get that from your father and granddad.
That also sounds like me.
I don't know anything about it, dear. Of course, it was very big in New Orleans at one time, but you don't hear about it so much these days. Too much else in the world to worry about, I guess.
Her teeth kind of freak me out. What about you guys? How about the murders? Hope you don't know about that, Grandma.
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
Oh, Gabriel, nothing. And I don't want to. I sometimes wonder what this world is coming to.
I remember dial-up Luminous. Not fondly, but I remember using it. Actually, I found a way, I think in Windows 95, maybe it was 98, but I found a way to share a dial-up connection between two computers. So one computer would dial out, the other one could share the internet connection, and I could play multiplayer games with 156K modem connection. It was bad, but it worked. Tell me about yourself, Grandma, like I don't know you.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? Oh, surely you have something more interesting to talk about.
Oh, come on, Gran.
All right, dear. What do you want to hear?
Wouldn't that be a twist, Phantasma? It was her all along. It's Emily all over again with those teeth. Oh no! Does every game we're gonna play now have some weird teeth? What do you do all day, Grandma?
What do you do all day?
You know how I love to knit and work in my garden? I also take long walks. It's the only way to keep an old body like mine from stiffening up.
You're not old.
Oh, don't be foolish. I'm older than the hills.
And tell me about before you met Granddad.
Tell me about before you met Granddaddy.
Well, you know I was born Rebecca Wright. My daddy owned a lot of land outside of town. We grew peas, corn, cotton, all kinds of things. It was a good childhood, but my father was very strict. He didn't much let me out of his sight.
Hey, Therapy Android, how's it going? It's good to see you. Happy Saturday. We're just getting started in this game. And someone once told me that they don't like the graphics in Horizon Zero Dawn because the characters' tongues don't move when they talk. And now I can't unsee it. I never even noticed that, Phantasma. I probably put like 10 or 20 hours into it. Oh, we've only really gotten out of the intro and talked to a couple people. You haven't missed too much, Therapy. Glad you can make it. We already asked that one. How are you feeling these days, Grandma?
How you feeling these days?
Fit as a fiddle, and don't you worry your head about it.
Oh, you're spending the weekend with the girlfriend. Oh, that's awesome, Therapy. Nice. That is a good Saturday. Now, hopefully I'll forget it, Phantasma. That's my plan. I don't want to forget. I don't want to even think about that, so it won't corrupt the game for me. Just tell me anything at all, Grandma.
Just tell me anything at all.
I had your father when I was 22. The doctors told me I couldn't have any more after him, so I'm afraid I spoiled him rotten.
Let's get a couple of these. I'm not going to exhaust these, but let's get a few.
Just tell me anything at all.
I never loved any man but your grandfather, and I never will.
That's kind of sweet.
Just tell me anything at all.
I hate to admit it, but I was a jealous little thing when your granddad and I were younger.
Really?
I loved him so ferociously, and he did attract the eyes of the ladies, whether he wanted to or not.
And they said that we take after him? Okay, that's enough of that.
Oh, nothing, never mind.
All right,
It's such a
dear.
weird question, isn't it? Like, would you ever ask somebody that? And if I was asked that, I wouldn't even know what to think. Like, what am I supposed to say? We asked her about herself. So, the Knight family.
Tell me about our family.
Who would you like to hear about? Your granddad, your father, or your mother?
Oh, thanks, Therapy. Have an awesome time with the girlfriend today. Let's ask about Harrison Knight. I don't remember who these people are.
Tell me something about Granddad.
That's Granddad, okay.
Your granddad immigrated to America when he was 21. He worked his way through school, met and married me, and we had your father, Philip.
Where did he immigrate from? And Philip Knight, so this is our dad.
Tell me about my father.
Your father was my only child. How we adored him. Philip suffered from terrible nightmares, just like your granddad did. They were 2 peas in a pod.
It's funny, the 56K modem, like dial-up, the worst part of it wasn't even the speed. It was the fact that generally houses only had 1 phone line, and nobody had cell phones yet. So if you were on the internet and you guys got a call, it would boot you off. Or if your parents or someone in the family picked up the phone to make a call, it would boot you off. That sucked. At one point we did have 2 phone lines, which was nice, but not in the beginning. Margaret Templeton Knight. Who's this?
Tell me about my mother.
Your mother was Margaret Templeton when your father met her. She came from a very wealthy Creole family in New Orleans. She was beautiful and reckless. She was madly in love with your father, of course, but I also think she liked defying her family. Since you're so interested in family history these days, why don't you go by St. Louis Cemetery No. 1 and visit the family tomb? It would be a sweet gesture.
That's kind of cool.
Maybe I will.
So that's whenever you hear that little chime, something new to do. And let's just compliment Grandma. I like that.
You know, you get prettier every time I see you.
Oh, you.
And again.
Have you baked any of your incredible molasses pies lately?
No, dear. But you let me know when you want some, and I'll whip up half a dozen.
Half a dozen pies?
You've lost weight. Are you courting a new man?
Oh, Gabriel, don't be silly. You know there'll never be anyone but your granddad for me. Well, oh, my, thank you, dear.
Oh, I missed that. I clicked twice on accident. Well, let's go check out the cemetery then. I don't think there's anything else we could really do here. Can we go upstairs?
Gabriel cannot open or close that.
Probably not. There we go.
Well, Gran, I better get going.
All right, dear.
So we'll go to the cemetery, and then I'm going to take a quick restroom break. So we're going to do a battle royale while I do that. If you guys have not said anything in the last 10 minutes, just chime in and say, present, here, fight, whatever you want to say. Just something so you get one of these little characters at the bottom, because if you don't show up on the screen, if you haven't talked in the last 10 minutes, then you don't get to join. So you can say anything just to, like, participate, you know? So where's the cemetery? Up here. Here we go. There we go. All right. Over here. Bam. I know, just hearing Tim Curry just makes you want to watch more of it, right? Okay, guys, I'm going to go use the restroom real quick, and I will be right back. So say something now or forever hold your peace. You guys can duke it out for a token. Here we go. All right, guys, I will be right back. Okay, who won? Max! Nice job, Max. Extra token for you. Alright, let me swap back over here. Okay, and what did I miss? Oh, plus you feel so old remembering those days, Nicolaj. Regular chunky TVs, slow internet, landlines only, no smartphones. It's a different time, you know? I mean, I do have some nostalgia for it, but at the same time, I'm very happy that we are beyond those times, you know? Oh, what is this crazy stuff on the wall? On the side of this crypt. This looks like a puzzle, doesn't it?
The marks are reddish in color and reminds Gabriel of crosses. They look like they've been here a few days at least.
So they're new. Okay, that's weird.
The wall doesn't work that way.
Can we do something with this?
The wall... Gabriel can't take anything from the tomb wall that way.
Maybe we need to take a picture of this or something. I don't know.
The wall...
Okay, I think we're done. Yes, I remember that, Nicolaj. And now you got like 8-year-olds running around with like $1,000 cell phones, which blows my mind, but do what you want. Looks like there's something here on the floor, too. What is that?
Near the Laveau tomb is a piece of red brick.
Oh.
Undoubtedly a cast-off from spiritual graffiti writers.
So they use this brick to write those things on the wall. Can we take it? Yoink. Yes, we can. By the way, every time you hear that note, it's up here. So we've done 15 things out of 342. I don't know that we have to do all 342 to complete the game. That's just how many things there are total to like make progress in the game, you know? What is this down here?
Food, trinkets, and more unsettling things have been left at Marie Laveau's tomb as offerings from believers.
You were so spoiled now, Nicolaj. And even like travel, like you were saying, going far from home, you never feel lost because of GPS. Back in the day, you'd go on, what was the website? MapQuest, I think? And you'd type in your directions, you'd print it out, and you hope it was correct. Sometimes it would send you off someplace weird, and you don't know because you've never been there before. And you were 10 when you started carrying a phone around? See, like, I couldn't have imagined that when I was 10. That's awesome. And you have a Note 10 Plus now, and it makes your 280s. That's what blows me away, Luminous, is the power in these little things is so much better than what we had. I wonder if we can pick up any of this stuff.
No, thanks.
It's like pick up the food, Gabriel.
Vases seem to be a favorite decoration for the dead.
Yeah, you could just buy a map and just kind of create your own directions. That's true. Okay, depending on how far you're traveling, you know, you need multiple maps because you need a larger map for the big distance portion and then a more detailed map for like inside of a city or something, like the city streets. So sometimes that could be clunky too.
A stone angel stands silently before a tomb.
This is cool looking. Can we do anything with this?
The marble angel is heavier than
Just
she
try to
looks.
push it over.
The marble denizens of the cemetery only stare back blankly.
We can't talk to it. Now, is this the actual tomb for Gabriel Knight's grandfather? Could we go here?
The marble and
Or no, father,
granite
right?
tombs are quite...
I think it was our father that was here. Oh, I'm trying to look at the front.
This is the tomb of Marie Laveau,
Oh.
Voodoo Queen of New Orleans. Odd-looking marks adorn the Laveau tomb wall.
Never mind, it's not our dad's tomb. This is a Voodoo Queen tomb.
New Orleans is famous for its above-ground tombs. The high water table prevents bodies from being interred underground. The name Ross is inscribed on this old tomb.
You know, it's funny, Phantasma. I hardly ever really used a real map, but last time I do remember using one was probably 10 years ago or 12 years ago when I went to Boston, Massachusetts. We were in downtown Boston trying to get back to the freeway. We could see the bridge and we needed to cross. We couldn't get there. It's like you're following a road, and because it's like, you know, downtown in a big city, there's so many one-way streets. It's like you think you're going the right way, and then it forces you to go this way. So we double back and try to go a different way, and then it forces you that way. And we're like, we can't get there. So we ended up buying a map that told us every one-way street, so we were able to kind of like figure out the directions. This is before we had smartphones, but yeah, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, you can walk around the backside. That's kind of cool. And you had a smartphone when you were 12, funny thing? And your friend, a group would call our moms, and the moment we left school and back to the neighborhood together, that's kind of cool. I mean, parents love that, right? And there's a rule to hang up on the call at least one, or to hang up before the call lasts 1 minute and save money. Wait, what is it? What are you trying to say? There's also a rule to hang up before the last call. Oh, before the last minute. Okay, so like you can talk for 59 seconds, but hang up before a minute. Otherwise, it costs money, I guess. Because they charge you per minute, right? Am I supposed to go this way? I forgot about that too, man. Time has changed so much. Hey, Leela, I'm doing really good. A little tired. Didn't get much sleep last night, but otherwise I'm doing good. How are you doing? This one's right. That's not night, so it's not the one we're looking for.
The Wright family tomb. Several of Gabriel and Grant's family members are laid to rest.
Well, maybe this is our tomb. I was thinking it was going to say night. Oh, that's interesting. This guy just picked up his trash and he's moving on. I wonder if I could have talked to him. Maybe we can find him later. You're doing good? Sleep well. I will tonight. It's only like 1:40 in the afternoon for me, so it's going to be a while before I go to sleep. But I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight. That's for sure. Oh, the game did tell me the grandma's maiden name is right? Okay, thank you, Relentless. Like I said, I'm not all there. I mean, I probably would have missed it anyway, even if I got good sleep. Okay, can we go in here? Can we access the tomb?
Gabriel doesn't want to take the nameplates from his family tomb.
Not trying to do that. Maybe we were just supposed to visit.
The tomb is securely shut. There's nothing on the tomb to operate.
So we don't have to go in there, I guess. Bump a line of... Oh, that's some good coffee. You know what I could use, Luminous, just because I'm a fatty and I want some treats? Chocolate-covered coffee beans are so good. I prefer dark chocolate-covered coffee beans.
Vases seem to be a favorite.
There's a lot of vases all over the place. I don't really see anywhere else to go here. That might have been all we were supposed to do. Oops. Yeah, maybe that was it. Let me try talking to this guy before he moves on.
An old man tends the cemetery with movements akin to a slow drawl.
What can he tell us about voodoo?
I'm sorry to bother you.
Yeah? What can I do for you?
Mind if I pick your brain a minute?
Go ahead. These folks ain't in no hurry.
That's true. I was curious, is it not going to give him a close-up? But we got the close-up. Let's see, you used to order a lot of ringtones, Max, and use GPRS, which was your €20 limit per month, and it was always full. The next few days, you couldn't call or text. Oh, just from all the data, downloading those ringtones? That makes sense. And the best thing about GPS is when it's not up to date, it sends you the wrong way and tells you to make a turn. I've had some weird ones where it says, take a left, and I'm like, that's a one-way street. Are you trying to kill me, GPS? And your wife said her dad would eat those and dark chocolate and asked, how old are you? I mean, you can have coffee beans when you're young, I guess. Maybe you shouldn't, but you could. Let's ask about voodoo.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
They say it was part of an old religion from Africa, brought here by slaves.
He also has kind of creepy teeth. And the murders?
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
Ain't it just awful, them finding those bodies with voodoo things around them? I don't think there's any real voodoo going on. Somebody's trying to cover their tracks is all.
I mean, it's smart, Max. Like, until you've proven that you cannot go overboard, give them something, but give them a limit, you know? How about New Orleans?
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Seems like everybody want to visit New Orleans at least once in their lives. And they love the cemetery tour. I see tourists in here every day of the year.
I would want that tour. Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Toussaint Gervais. I'm the watchman here at St. Louis #1.
That's a cool name.
What exactly do you do here?
Oh, I keep the place tidy, cause, but a big part of my job, too, is looking out for the grievers, you know. People come to pay their respects, and they need looking out for. Sometimes they so grief-bound, they don't know what they doing.
I do remember that ability, so when they called you, they would hear a song. I thought that was really fun back in the day, but they charge like every month for that. Tell me about the cemetery.
Tell me something about St. Louis Cemetery #1.
You know why the dead are buried in tombs, not in the ground, don't you? The water table's too high. Them coffins would float right out of their graves. Them dead would go floating right down into the water.
Ew.
Cause if it was Mardi Gras, nobody'd even notice.
That's gross. I think that's all we could talk to him about right now anyway. What if I use that other talking option though? What does this one
Kind
do?
of a quiet job you've got, isn't it?
Most of the time, yeah. Yeah, they act up some at the full moon.
Okay, so it's just like a random statement without giving you options to pick, I guess. Well, maybe we're done here. I wonder, do we have any kind of like log of stuff we're supposed to do? Is that what this is? Oh, we can play back all of our conversations. That's cool. Well, let's just let's hit the map and see where else we can go. Let's see. It also sucked when one place you ordered ringtones from secretly made you part of a subscription. Oh no! And they would take your money every month. And it ate a chunk of the limit I had. Oh, that would be terrible. Again, you had such a strict limit. Every little chunk was terrible, right? Yeah, talk has general chit-chat, perhaps some background information, or you can get some clues from that too, Hasifa. So I gotta be sure that I do that every time. I mean, not necessarily multiple times, I'm not sure. Hopefully they give it to you the first time. Let's see, in the old days, whenever you called a public institution, hospital, doctor, retirement home, etc., the waiting tune was always Barry White. I don't remember that, but that's awesome. You could definitely have worse waiting tunes, that's for sure. There we go. So I'm not sure, are we looking for our buddy or what? Let's check out the Jackson Square overlook. I think we might be looking for Mosely.
St. Louis Cathedral.
There it is.
The original church on this site was built in 1724 and was named for Louis Knight of France. That church burnt in the Great Fire of 1788.
You guys are getting a history lesson.
The present church dates from 1851. Four pairs of binoculars are rigorously mounted on the cement floor.
You guys ever use these kind of binoculars? That does sound like when the Saints come marching in. I hear that too, Phantasma. Let me see if I can use the binoculars. Oh, they don't seem to cost money. That's nice. There's a cop there. Oops. I wasn't done.
I'm doing the best I can.
I clicked on Gabriel. There's a little old lady. There's the band that's playing right now. I don't see much else. Let me see if I could try a different binoculars. I wonder if they all aimed at something different. Not much going on there. Let's see, when you would call the movie theaters in the 90s, it'd be for an answering machine. Would it just tell you which movies were playing, I'm guessing? Or is that the band that's playing? Yeah, this is New Orleans Phantasma. Circa 93. There's a band on every corner. That guy looks shady. I don't trust him. Is that a mime? I think it's a mime. Do you guys like mimes? I don't know about mimes. Yeah, I think that's all we can do here. Let's get out of here. Where's the exit? There we go. They're all playing the same song. At least they're in unison. Let's go check out that park. That was just the overlook. I know, don't let Andy let me catch me spying on the other ladies. Very true. Can we talk to this police officer?
A police officer is either off duty or patrolling the park, or both.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Not now, buddy. I'm busy.
I should have noticed that. Thanks.
Yeah, right.
Sounds like Elvis, doesn't he? Oh, let me try it again.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Not now, buddy. I'm busy.
It's like an Elvis impersonator.
Good day, officer.
Yeah, you too. Keep moving.
I heard the radio go off for just a second. Oh, you had a friend that was a mime and you got to see her perform? Oh, that'd be really cool. It'd be neat to like know somebody that did it. Oh, I want to hear what that said. Do I have to get closer? Hold on, maybe we can get some information about a crime going on. Maybe we can find Mosely that way. I'm awfully close.
Anyone seen Joe?
We might not get any real information out of this. How can you do both if you're off duty? That's a good point, Luminous. Okay, well, let's see if we can spy on these other people.
People seem to be enjoying the park, despite the lack of sunshine.
Homicide team attend.
Can't hardly understand anything. I think it would be mimes, Hasifa. Like, mimes move around where the statues, they just have to be completely still, of course.
A blues band entertains on the lawn. Now that's music.
Ambulance to now.
People seem...
So I can't actually look or interact with the people that are walking.
The band is too into their music to talk to Gabriel.
We can't talk to them. Can we dance to the music?
The band doesn't work that way.
Oh, which would I prefer to see? I'd probably rather see a mime, honestly. Because they're doing stuff. They're actually performing. I guess you could say a statue's performing, but the performance is not moving. You know, which I guess it's also impressive for like a very long period of time.
That jazz band is pretty good. Of course, most jazz bands in New Orleans are.
I love this voice. She's great. Oh, I'm having a hard time clicking the X because it's right next to the menu. I see. Also, we have TV quizzes, Max. I try to get an answer to a question where you have to call in and win a few thousand. That's pretty cool. The catch is there's always a pre-qualification question during the call to say if you weren't fast enough. Some people might try to be on purpose and collect the money from the callers, and they're pretty expensive calls. Oh, so it's like you have to pay when you enter, kind of thing. I guess that makes sense though, because that's where they get the money to give away. I see you should call Andy like this lady does for several hours a day and see how she handles it. Oh, you wouldn't like that at all. Hey, baby, how you doing? Like, what the hell are you doing, babe?
A Cajun band, inventive as always with their instruments, is having a good old time on the lawn. Funny how catchy that...
You white-faced geek! You want to eat my fist?
Whoa. Guy almost attacked the mime. So we have a Cajun band.
Well, I never. Leave me alone, you.
A blues
you
band.
Man.
And the jazz band. Nobody seems to like
Jackson
mimes
Square
here.
is a good place to rest while exploring the French Quarter, and a great place to be entertained by local performers.
That's funny.
Hey, stop picking on me!
Don't
I'll tell
know
my dad!
if I've ever called a number that costs money, to be honest. Yeah, let's check out the mime.
It's one of those mimes. Oh boy.
Even she doesn't like the mimes. Can we talk to it? Mime is a little bit creepy, especially when they just start following you.
Interrogating a mime would be an exercise in frustration.
Look at those dance moves. Chop, baby. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. They do have some smooth moves.
Since Gabriel can't read lips, he's disinclined to start a conversation.
We might not be able to interact with the mime at all.
Gabriel probably could pick up the mime. The question is, would he want to?
Let's just kidnap the mime. What other options? Interact? Is this it?
That wouldn't work on the mime.
Maybe we can't do anything. What if we get close to the mime? Will it start to follow us? Was that the mime's wife, Luminous? No, it's not really coming after me. Oh, now he's following me. Let's lure him to the cop. Can we do that? Uh-oh, we lost him.
You white-faced geek! You want to eat my fist?
Crap. Oh, maybe. I think that might be what we're supposed to do. I think we have to lure the mime to the cop, but we have to avoid other people while doing it. Because if he gets close to someone else, they scare him away. So I gotta move quick. Get away from the kid. There we go. No, no, no. Keep coming. All right. I think we're good. No, don't run into the lady. Come this way. Come this way. The woman tried to steal my mime. Okay, now we can go down. And I think the cop is in this scene down here. Okay, I'm gonna wait for the woman to pass. And then we'll go down. Oh crap, there comes a kid.
Ambulance to now.
Alright, I think we might have got it. Don't you just hate it, Relentless?
Hey, cut that out.
Now, if I remember right, this is
Told you to stop that.
generally a hard puzzle to figure out. I just remembered this from the remake when I played a long time ago.
All right, mister. You want some of this?
That's totally Elvis, isn't it? Okay, now that he's gone, I think we can check out the radio.
Gabriel likes his own cycle much better. Besides, even Mosely couldn't get him out of that one.
Don't steal it. More like Hank Hill. I could see that too. There we go. We need to interact with the radio.
Gabriel picks up the headset and listens.
Ambulance 911, have you located the crime scene? They've radioed for you 3 times.
Damn! Did you say it was north of the Lake Retreat Country Club?
South. Lakeside Drive north of Piedmont Pier, south of the country club.
There we go.
Man, I don't know if it's the clouds out here today or what. Good thing this guy's already dead.
Uh-oh.
Everyone's having trouble. Must have been hallucinogens in the coffee this morning.
It's just so misty out here or something. Hey, I see a squad car. Got it, Molly.
Thank God. Have a good one, 911.
Interesting.
You know what it was probably, Chop Baby?
Ma'am. Hey, you! Get
That
away
guy's
from
shirt.
that bike.
Sorry.
Oh, crap. Well, we're not in trouble. That guy has like his sleeves are rolled up or chopped at the shoulder. I'm not sure, but
Homicide team attend.
that kind of reminds me of King of the Hill a little bit. Okay, so I think we are ready to go now. How do I get out of here? This way? I think this might be the way. There we go. So, I think we just found out about the crime scene, right? Where is that? Here we go. Oh, here. This is probably where we're going to find Mosely, too.
The crime scene team is still at the site. Gabriel parks a bit out of the way and walks over to avoid adding to the general confusion.
Now, I should be doing some more saves, because I think it might be possible to lock your game or get in a position where you can't continue, which would be bad.
Hey, Mosely.
Huh? Knight, you
Mosely?
weird. I told you not to call me that.
Feeling jumpy?
Who, me? Don't be stupid. How'd you find me?
That's Mark Hamill.
Oh, I was just driving by.
Well, for the book. But don't tell anyone I let you see this, huh? It's another one, as you can see. Same M.O. and no frickin' clues. We're still waiting on an ID for the body.
That's disgusting. Isn't this a rather, public area for this kind of thing?
A little bit.
Yeah, they're frickin' ghosts, these guys. Lakeshore Drive isn't exactly the 10 expressway, but it is open to the public. No reports and nothing. Now, who the hell is that?
Could that be the killer? Uh-oh. That's trouble for Gabriel.
Good day, Miss Getty.
What's going on, officer?
Detective Mosely, ma'am. We've got a little problem here, but nothing for you to be concerned about, Miss Getty.
I see. Thank you, detective. And good day, gentlemen.
Whoa, I'm in love.
Uh-oh.
Forget it. That's Molly Getty. She's about as far out of your reach as the moon. Probably on her way to meet some guy with a yacht right now.
Near here?
The lake's a popular place for country clubs.
If she's out here a lot, maybe she saw something or heard something.
Nah, nobody ever sees or hears nothing. I told you. Besides, you just don't go around bothering people like her.
Probably a good life lesson.
We've about wrapped it up, sir. It's another clean sweep.
Yeah, let's get the meat wagon moving then.
Do you want to leave an officer here, sir?
Nah, just leave the tape up for a few days.
Yes, sir.
Really?
If you'll excuse us, sir, we'll take him away.
Just some tape that'll keep everybody from interfering with the crime scene.
Stick around and take notes for the book if you want. Watch out for the muck and the water moccasins, though. I'll be back at the station. Stop by if you want to go over the cake.
Thanks.
I know, it's exciting they're coming out with that collection, Luminous, of all the Mario games. Love that. I get a kick out of when people talk about that SCART video connection with the older consoles, because I never had that in the US. SCART wasn't a thing. The best we had for those old consoles was typically SVGA, if they supported it, which most of them didn't. Okay, so we should probably check out the rest of the crime scene. Maybe they missed something.
Out damn the spot. Will these pristine banks ne'er be cleaned again?
Sounds like blood all over the place here.
Gabriel does not particularly want to mess with the bloody sand.
I was like, is there something we need? Doesn't look like it. And there's something over here, too. What is
There
this?
seems to be a pattern to the lines in the sand. But if there is a pattern, it's smeared. There's only one small area that's clearly defined.
Somebody messed it up. Oh, was that what that line was, Relentless? About that out spot.
That doesn't work, that.
Oh yeah, I was gonna save before I break anything. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's call it 2. It's way too classy for me, Relentless. I didn't know that.
That does... Gabriel can't take the lines with him that way.
Ah, see, she says he can't take them with him that way, which means there's some way we're supposed to take it. But we don't have much in our inventory. Maybe I could use the magnifying glass on it? I'm not sure.
The lines in the sand are fairly large. Magnification wouldn't make them any clearer.
Yeah, a camera would do it, right, Hasifa? Maybe we can do that, we just don't have a camera yet. Ah, we can use magnifying glass here, though.
Gabriel is already...
Okay, so what do we see?
It's extremely big, bloody sand. It's Gabriel does not...
Maybe we try the push command?
Gabriel does not particularly want to mess with the bloody sand. Gabriel...
That's interesting. I don't know why we came in here, because
Gabriel...
there doesn't seem to be anything we can actually do with it. Yeah, I've heard SCART was like the best, which pretty much everybody wants their computer, or their old consoles to do SCART. Was it clunky? I've always heard SCART had better picture quality, though. Is that correct? Which is really what they really care about, right? And she also says, will these hands never be clean? Just like when the narrator says, will these bangs do? Oh, clever. Nice. Good reference.
Gabriel is on the sand and clay shore of Lake Pontchartrain, at the site where some poor bastard got to see who the Voodoo Murderer really are. The site is now deserted.
See, that's so awesome about this. You have way different, like, studies experience than I do, so that's really handy.
Police tape marks off the crime scene.
We grab some police tape?
Gabriel don't need to take the police tape.
Well, never mind then.
The lake doesn't... The lake is...
Oh, I see what it does. Now that I had used the magnifying glass, it actually made it like an item that I could just use anytime. I see how that works. I wonder if we're supposed to use tweezers where that stain was. I feel like we have to do something here because it zooms in. I can't think of what, though.
Gabriel.
Can we switch items here?
The police have already taken samples of the blood. Mosely will be able to tell Gabriel if there's anything significant about.
So we don't need anything new here. Okay. What other items do we have? We have our hair gel and this red stone.
Gabriel does not particularly...
I don't imagine either one of those are going to help us. Oops, didn't mean to click on that. But we could try. Sometimes it does weird stuff I don't expect.
Gabriel does not...
Nope. Okay. So I think we might be done here for now until we can take a picture of the symbol, I guess. How do we get out of here? There's the exit. Oh, so Lady Macbeth is trying to wash the blood from her hands, but she still sees it because it represents her guilt over the murders. So it makes sense as a reference. That does, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to check that out later, Max. I mean, I hate having big cables, but if it's the best quality, that's what I would go with, regardless. Okay, let's go back in the French Quarter. Where else have we... I guess we just go to every place we've never been. Let's check out the Historical Voodoo Museum. Because why not? In the beginning of these games, you're always just...
Look around all you want.
Okay, thanks.
Trying to look at everything, see what you can pick up. You need items in these games, typically. This is a cool looking place.
A street drummer has settled outside the museum.
Can I talk to the street drummer?
Gabriel can't do a thing with the drummer on the street.
Well, never mind then. Okay.
A wooden doll with horns is on the back table.
Look.
The back wall displays various voodoo items, such as an artist's rendering of the voodoo dances in Congo Square in the early 1800s.
I thought she was going to give me a list of things, because she said such as, and then just said one thing.
An official voodoo wishing stamp. Rub it and make a wish, a card says.
I want to do that.
I say the same thing to women.
Gabriel. Oh my gosh. That was terrible. It's funny, but it's terrible. Can we actually rub it? I think he will.
I wish Malia Getty was permanently grafted to my thighs.
It just gets worse, guys. Okay. Let's talk to her. And like I said, it just gets worse. It just gets worse.
She looks thrilled to be here.
Probably not. Now, she could definitely tell me something about voodoo, right?
Could I ask you a few questions?
I wouldn't be much help. You should talk to Dr. John, the owner. He'll be back tomorrow.
Dr. John?
Thank you.
I mean, he spells it with a H and I don't, but otherwise. I know, try to read that without, you know, cracking up, Nicolaj. That'd be so hard. I'd be busting up every time. Dr. John's already here.
So, how's the museum business?
I don't know. I don't normally work here.
That's why she looks thrilled to work here.
So, how's...
Now, it looks like there's a snake up there. Is that what that is?
A very large, very formidable looking snake is secured in
like
a
that.
plexiglass cage.
Very formidable looking. Uh-oh. Yeah, probably back then. It's just different times. It's so funny how things change, Max. I mean, they're trying to make him a womanizer, but like, a lot of that stuff just doesn't fly now like it does, like it did back then, I guess.
Reminds me of a book critic for the New York Times.
And so you just noticed that the toilet and water fountain and control are one in the emergency shelter. Could you imagine having to use the bathroom with 5 other people inside? Oh my gosh, that'd be terrible. It's like a prison cell basically, right, Luminous? There we go. I always forget I can use the middle mouse button to change to the walk icon immediately.
I'll be gone now, thanks.
So long.
So I guess we just have to come back here later when Dr. John is back. Which we're still on day 1, we have to wait for day 2. Let's check out Napoleon House. What is this, like a museum, I guess? No, it's like a bar. Alright, that's pretty cool.
An unhappy looking man explores the dangers of drinking alone.
That's sad.
Gabriel and the bartender are old pals. His name is Stonewall King, and he knows everybody round here.
That's kind of cool. It's good to know a bartender.
A man in a loud tie stares morosely at a chessboard.
You get a description of every single person in this game.
A sharp-eyed gentleman in a gray sports coat hunches over a chessboard, chuckling to himself.
You're showing the wife. She said, nope, that's gross. Don't like it. 0 out of 10 would not do.
A young man is deep into conversation with his girlfriend and feeling no pain.
Feeling no pain. That was kind of a weird response to looking at a guy.
A young woman is enjoying drinks with her boyfriend.
Kind of cute.
No, Gabriel. No. Good.
A street drummer has found a spot outside the Napoleon house.
Is that the same street drummer? Or are they all just wearing the same thing? I thought the other one was wearing that too.
The bar is a 19th century antique in lovingly polished walnut. It's a bust of Napoleon.
How appropriate.
How apropos.
All right, let's start talking to some people. Can we talk to this random guy right here?
Can I ask you some questions?
I'm here to relax, friend. Buzz off.
Right. Sorry.
Guy just wants to drink by himself.
What's up?
Buddy, I think the place you're looking for is down on Bourbon.
Oh, he's trying to send us to a gay club? Is that what that was? All right, let's talk to our buddy. He'll probably talk to us.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Sure. I'm not too busy at the moment.
Let's see. I think it was more. Go drink. Yeah, sometimes Max, certain lines are a lot more enthusiastic than others. She had to say so many lines, though. I imagine it would be hard to keep the same exact tone for everything, you know? So, hey buddy, we haven't seen each other in a while. What do you know about voodoo?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo?
How random.
I don't believe in it myself. I invented a drink once called La Vose too. But it wasn't very popular. Some people do believe, though. Even some of our regulars here at Napoleon House.
Yeah, I could see Haitian, Nicolaj. There was a like a famous psychic back in the early 90s. It might have been around the time that this game was going on, named Miss Cleo. She was like on the television all the time, advertising some kind of 1-900 number where you could talk to psychics. And I think she got in trouble. It was all a sham and that all got taken down, but it sounds very similar to her. Let's see. Just gives the vibe of, I have to do it again. Did I say the wrong word? Dang it. How about the murders?
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
It's all over the papers. Some kind of serial killings.
Bartenders always know all the cool stuff.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Greatest city in the world. I'd never want to live anywhere else.
I want to visit there. Tell me about yourself, buddy.
Tell me about yourself.
A good bartender listens to other people's life stories without telling his own.
And your bar patrons?
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
This crowd, the ones you see, are mostly regulars. That guy and girl in the corner come here a lot. When they're not fighting, they're all over each other.
It's one of those kind of relationships.
In other words, they're in love.
Tell me about the street musicians around here.
I like music as much as the next guy, but they get pretty monotonous sometimes, you know? Like that drummer right outside. They say there's been a drummer outside Napoleon House since the day it opened. I like drums, but this character really gets on my nerves. It sounds like the same thing over and over. I just want to say, enough already.
Sounds like my life.
I mean, it's your establishment. You technically could, but he's out in the public, so whether he moves or not, that's his own thing.
Tell me about...
Oops.
Don't know what else I could say.
Didn't mean to click that. We didn't get too much information from that guy. I wonder if we could talk to anybody else.
Excuse me. I hate to interrupt your game, but could I ask you a few questions?
What game? This isn't a game. It's a slaughter.
Ouch.
He's right, you know, so let me die in peace, would you?
Alright, I guess we're not getting anything out of them. They're too busy with chess. How about the couple?
You bastard.
You're a sore loser.
Can I ask you some
Love that.
questions?
I'm trying to be with my lady here, pal.
Far be it from me to stand in the way of romance.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, Agent John Cadia, is to ask everyone for the next week, tell me about yourself. Gotta say it just like Gabriel. Tell me about yourself. Otherwise it doesn't count, right? So I'm not sure what we need to do here or why we need to come here again, but there wasn't too much to do.
The door isn't going anywhere.
Have to use the open command. That's definitely a product of the time for this type of game. Modern games, it would just do whatever action makes sense, you know? So is Mosely back at the police department now? Because he left the crime scene. Maybe we can talk to him here now. Guess we gotta talk to...
There is nothing to...
Oops, Officer Frick first. Frick. I'd rather ask him, what do you know about
Got a second,
voodoo?
officer?
What can I do you for?
Now let's ask about Mosely.
I'm here to see Detective Mosely.
He's in his office. Go on back.
There we go. We got permission. Let's do it. So can I just walk back here, or do you have to open this? I think maybe I have to open
The
it.
door works pretty well where it is.
Keep trying to interact with it, but it's the wrong one. There we go. Oh, can we talk to this police officer now?
Can I ask you a few questions, ma'am?
I'm sorry, sir, but I really have to finish these reports.
That's a no. Okay. He's probably in this office right here, I would guess.
There's a temperature gauge on the wall near Mosely's office. It's in a locked cage. They must be concerned about the budget.
Tuesday! How's it going, Tuesday? Long time no see. It's good to see you. How was your trip to North Carolina? I remember you posting you just got back. Did you have a good time? So this has got to be his office right here. Let's go ahead and go in there. There we go. We got in.
Mostly my man.
Knight, come on in.
Mark Hamill and Tim Curry having a chat. How funny. Let's look around first.
Mosely was one of those beefy guys in his youth. Now he's getting lumpy. The badge in his front
Ouch.
coat pocket is set off particularly well by the gold polyester of his jacket.
Was, what would it say? Like chunky, now lumpy.
Mosley's desk has more groin on it than on his head.
Ouch, narrator.
Lots of unsolved cases, perhaps. Mosely must have 1 million of them.
Still savage.
A microwave. If Gabriel knows Mosely, it's used exclusively for frozen tarn dogs.
Of course it is. You did, Tuesday. Nice. You stayed about a month or so in North Carolina fixing up the house we're moving to. Oh, you're moving. That's exciting. And taking the first wave of furniture and stuff down. And you stayed at the beach for a week. Nice. To avoid after the Labor Day crowds. That's cool. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear you had a good time. So, when is your move supposed to be complete? Moving can be such a stressful time. Hopefully you guys get it done very smoothly.
Logs of nice polyester. Looks like something Mosely keeps around for formal occasions.
Just nothing but shade from this narrator.
That's funny. That window is a mirror on the other side.
Now that's cool. So we can see out, they can't see in. Why would you need that for your office though? That doesn't make any sense. Like that's an open room, it looks like. That's like the main lobby, isn't it? Okay, let's go ahead and talk to Mosely.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
There's voodoo that goes on in this city, sure. I looked into it a bit at the beginning of this case. But the voodoo stuff found at the crime scenes is all fake. It doesn't have anything to do with the real stuff. I know. I asked some experts.
Fake voodoo?
It's intimidation tactics, that's all.
That is really Mark Hamill. They do such a good job of like becoming a different person, don't they? And how about the murders?
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Lots. Can you be more specific?
Mark Hamill's a fantastic voice actor, though. Do you know anything about the killers?
Do you know anything about the killers?
At least 20 people attend the killings. We know this from the variety of footprints found at the scene.
20 people?
Footprints? Aren't those as good as fingerprints?
Can be, but we'd have to have a suspect in custody first, and the suspect would have to match one of the few distinct prints we have. Most of the footprints are smudged, trodden over, unreadable.
That sucks.
These guys are so casual in their expertise, it's maddening. Like they know we'll never find them.
I wouldn't lie to you guys. Of course it's Luke Skywalker. Sounds like a Southern Luke Skywalker. There you go. I have to remember this. Yeah, I mean, this isn't modern day Mark Hamill, of course. This is 27 years ago. Is that right? Oh my gosh. So 20 murders. What kind of evidence have you found?
What kind of evidence have you found?
No fingerprints, a few bare footprints. Found a few fibers, but not many. The weirdest one was leopard fur.
Leopard fur?
Describe the crime scenes.
Describe the crime scenes.
Well, there's the corpse itself, minus the heart. Around where the body was killed, we find marks and flour and blood. There are traces of wax from candles, red and black. Ordinary wax candles, so the lab reports. Also blood and feathers of chickens. Also goat's blood. And plenty of the victim's own, of course.
So was it like a sacrifice or something? What does the coroner say? He died from missing heart, of course.
What's the coroner say?
The victim's heart is always ripped out of the chest and missing. We haven't located a single one of them.
Lovely. Any idea what they do with them?
Lovely.
Don't even want to know. Also, the coroner says some of the victims had heart attacks before the incision. Literally scared to death. The knife wounds are consistent with a long, narrow, wavy-edged knife. Probably a ritualistic dagger.
That's great. What does the coroner say? You know, what's his name? Tim Curry has such a fun time doing this. Most of his lines, the way he accentuates certain words, he's just hamming it up. Any witnesses?
Any witnesses?
Nope. There's never been a single witness. No one's even heard a disturbance. It's damned weird. Like they just don't want people to see, and so nobody sees nothing.
Maybe people are scared. So actually Tuesday, Gabriel Knight, our main character, that's Tim Curry. And our buddy in the police department, Mosely, that is Mark Hamill. Know anything about the victims?
Know anything about the victims?
The victims are all out-of-towners. We still don't know why.
Yeah, there's a few actors and actresses that are recognizable. I want to say our receptionist that works the bookstore for us. She is, I don't know the actress's name, but she was in that show King of Kings? Is that what it was called? Is that a spider monkey? I think I heard a spider monkey. I don't know her name, but I believe she was in the is it King of Queens or King of Kings? I'm not sure. It's got the guy Paul, I don't know the actor's name, Paul Blart? Oh, that was you, Max. Nice. Always throwing me off. I thought I already asked this, but maybe not.
How many murders have there been so far?
7 murders have so far been linked to the Voodoo Murder.
We haven't asked that. Okay.
Now, the first murder occurred about 8 weeks ago. The MO was the same in each murder. Lake Pontchartrain was the 7th.
Well, they're killing like a person a week, basically.
Oh, nothing, never mind.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, that was the Voodoo Murders. Let's ask about New Orleans.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
You and me grew up together. You tell me. It's a pretty nice place, even seeing the stuff I see. You know, the quarter's getting a bit too wild, though. Getting hard to control. Not quite what it was when you and me used to hang here, but hell, I've never known anything else.
That's so funny, Max. I wish it was more consistent. Like either it just worked or it just didn't work, because then it would be easier to troubleshoot. But when it's random like that, how do you even know what to check for? What's the status of your case?
What's the status on the Voodoo Murders case?
It's going. Can't seem to make any progress, though. Sluggish damn case. It's weird.
Can I have some coffee? Coffee sounds great. I'm so tired.
How about getting me some coffee?
Coffee? You want coffee?
Should that surprise you?
Nah, you've always been a caffeine addict.
Yeah.
It's just that what we got here hardly qualifies.
So I'm desperate.
It's your stomach. I'll get you some when we're done talking.
That long?
All right, I'll go now.
Oh, so I think since he's getting up, we're probably supposed to steal something from his desk, if I remember correctly. Gotta get him distracted.
Don't touch anything while I'm gone.
And he directly tells us not to. Time to get stuff.
Gabriel doesn't see... Gabriel...
What are we trying to take?
Gabriel doesn't... Gabriel would prefer to touch as little of Mosely's stuff as possible.
Never mind. Okay.
Here, drink it.
I guess I wasn't quick enough. There is something we have to find, though. I'm not sure what.
Thanks.
We'll have to ask for more coffee in a little bit. Maybe I should look around first. I'm not sure.
Mosely's desk has more groin on it than on his head. Logs of unsaid. Logs. Mosely's bookcase holds old magazines and
We'll
bindings.
probably see some clue that's something we specifically need to find. That was a hell of a puzzle. Relentless. I remember when we first found that puzzle, I was like, okay, that's pretty clever. Gross, but clever. You know, you literally have to take this hand to feel like it's alive, so it needs to be the same temperature as a real human body. It's so gross.
Mosely's office looks a lot like his room at college. Mosely's office looks... Mosely's phone.
Do you think we maybe have to do something with his phone?
Mosely's...
Maybe we can get a phone number using his phone.
Police department memos and other didactic blurbs. That doesn't work.
I wonder if I try to interact with it, it might give me a clue what to do when he gets coffee.
Gabriel would prefer to touch as little of Mosely's stuff as possible.
Okay, so not that one, probably. What about the phone?
Gabriel doesn't want to use the phone here.
So not that. What about the computer?
Gabriel would prefer... Gabriel doesn't see anything of interest there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the game wants me to do when he leaves to go get coffee.
Gabriel does... Gabriel would... It's not Gabriel's size or style.
We don't want his jacket.
Gabriel would prefer... Gabriel...
No, really. No, thanks.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. Maybe there's nothing we have to do yet. Maybe we can come back and do that later. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to him again. I think there's some more things to talk to. He just solves cases by using the force. I was going to say, you know how I solve cases? Brute force. That's what I usually do in point-and-click games. I try a couple things that make sense, nothing works, and then I
Can
just
ask you about some stuff?
spend all my
You're the
time
writer. Ask away.
doing every little thing on every item until it works. Hey mate, what's going on? Oh, isn't Gabriel Knight great? I've never played this version, so it's so fun to hear Tim Curry and Mark Hamill and all these cool actors. I've only played the remake, and that was like 4 or 5 years ago. Let's ask him about the photographs.
I got those photographs you left for me.
Really? Great. What'd you think?
Astonishingly lifelike.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Got any more ideas for photos for the book?
A cop and author photo might be nice.
A cop author photo might be nice.
You and me? Together?
Why not? Of course, you'll have to try to tone down your masculinity.
Well, okay. I'll call the police photographer.
Oh, is that another way to get him out of here so we can steal his stuff?
Franks, come here a minute, would you? Bring your camera.
Oh, maybe we can borrow that camera. I know, those are so classic, aren't they, Nate? Some of them look pretty good, and some of them, the teeth are weirding me out.
What did you need, Detective Mosely?
We need a picture, please. And make it a good one, huh, sweetheart?
Even little things like that.
Sure, sweetheart.
Good, she comes back. I like that.
Say, chintzy.
Was there anything else, Knight?
I'm gonna need to borrow that camera. Ooh, hold on a sec while I go check my hair. I wonder what we could do with that.
Hold on a sec while I go check my hair.
Good God, Knight, make it fast.
So so she's in here now. So if she's in here, maybe we can check stuff on her desk. Because she was too busy to talk with us earlier.
It's an inbox.
Take it.
There's nothing of
Never mind.
Gabriel wouldn't want to mess with somebody else's desk.
Of course you would. Or maybe we can photocopy stuff when she's gone.
It looks a bit heavy. There's a photocopy. There's nothing in the copier to copy at the moment.
Oh, maybe we can borrow something, make a copy, and give it back. I bet that's what we're supposed to do. Now, we've been given all these items, so there's nothing we need to photocopy yet. I think we have to get something new for that. So we're probably not ready to do this puzzle quite yet. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Just get in here.
Oops. Nate, I'm hoping this goes fairly smoothly because I've played the remake of this game, but it's been so long.
Hurry up, would you?
Okay, ready.
Thanks, hon. Let me know when you got it developed. The photos, that is.
Yeah, sure.
She should, right, Relentless? Okay, so that's not how we're going to get the camera. I don't even know if we need the camera. I'm just thinking we do. Okay, well, there's still some other dialogue options with Mosely we haven't done yet.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
One thing that helped me a lot, Nate, is I remembered the mime puzzle, which that one took me a long time my first time. I might have even looked it up, to be honest. What about the pattern around the dead bodies?
Do you know anything about the patterns around the bodies?
Oh.
Yeah, weird, huh?
Andy's back with
all
food.
7 victims had those little marks in them. We got all the marks on file, but we haven't figured out what, if anything, they mean.
Why don't you let me borrow them? Can I ask more about that?
Can I see the other 6 patterns?
Sure. People like that kind of stuff, don't they? Might make the book seem more mysterious. Go talk to Officer Franks. Tell her I said you could see the file.
There we go. Insult him. We're not going to ask him, tell me about yourself. We just straight up insult Mosely, because he's a good friend. So, of course, we have to jab him a little bit.
Have you ever called the hair club for men?
I'd rather have no hair than your hair, Knight.
Oh, my, yeah! Nice timing. Let's do it again.
So how'd you ever find anything in this office? It looks like ground zero.
Hey, I get my job done. I'm a detective, not Betty Crocker.
Everyone clapping back there, right?
Trying for a real estate job with that coat?
No. Are you trying out for a janitorial job with that hair?
These are great. I like how he comes back at me, though.
Are those new shoes? What are those, hush puppies? Kind of a mud brown suede kind of a thing?
Hey, I'm on my feet all day, all right? Is that okay with you?
There we
Mostly.
go.
I'm being perfectly sincere.
Yeah, you and my grandmother. Right.
Oh, Luminous, your phone died. Welcome back. Sorry that happened. Hopefully you didn't miss too much. Nice. Yeah, on his feet all day. Basically, sitting down there, having some donuts on his desk job. He did go to a crime scene today, though, so I guess he's done something. Okay, let's go ahead and save real quick, because Andy just brought some lunch. So we'll take a short break. I'll let you guys do a little bit of murdering yourselves with the stream animals, and then we will continue this. All right. That's one thing I love about these kind of games is you can save anywhere you want, and boom, it works. So let me tab out of here real quick. Oh, and it does not mute the game, unfortunately. So I'm just going to exit the game real quick, and we'll launch the other one. Let's see, is it here? This is probably exit? I'm not sure. Restart. No, I don't want to restart. Hold on. Quit. There we go. There's a restart button for the game? That's kind of weird. I don't know what I think about that. Okay. Now that's going. Let me launch that other one real quick. Switch scenes. All right, so this should just be a few minutes. Just going to have some much needed lunch. Hang out with Andy for just a couple minutes. And I need to go back into this thing. I bet they've released some new animals that we can purchase. It's been a long time since I've checked that. Battle mode, of course. Now, if you've never joined with Stream Animals, this is another opportunity for you guys to have a little mini game, play yourselves, kill each other, and earn some extra tokens to the channel. Let's see. Oh, we need a remix of that police officer and that Elvis voice. That Elvis voice. Somebody was saying it sounded like something else, which I could also see, but I like the Elvis voice. All right, so all you have to do is type !join to join, or you can type in one of the animal names at the top right to pick something more specific. I'm gonna go hippo, because hippos are super dangerous. That'll be my hacks. I'm sure I'm gonna win now. I swear I don't hack. I'm just on auto mode. And also, yeah, if you can't actively play, you can always join. Just type auto like that, and the game will play itself, and you still have a chance to win. So I will be right back, guys. I'll see you in just a few minutes. I was mistaken. I think maybe she just left. The way the dogs were going off, I thought she had just come back. But no, I think she might have just left is what happened. So, after this, we can go back to the game for a little bit until she comes back. I don't think I've ever done that before. That's funny. No lunch! I'm so hungry. I did have breakfast, but I eat a lot. I need more food. Hey, I'm still alive. I do like the hippo voice. A burger sounds really good right now. A little bit of hangover food for me. I'm exhausted. Headache still there a little bit. It's not too bad, but I'm better than it was, but it's still there. Just need more water. Hopefully some more food. Oh my gosh! Who did I just kill? I just killed Relentless. I'm sorry, Relentless. It was nothing personal. I swear. Wow, thanks, John. Totally hands off. I'm letting it do its thing. Yeah, she said she was going to go get lunch. Usually on Saturdays, she goes and gets In-N-Out. Which honestly, I mean, she loves their animal fries. That's why she's going out. I'd be happy just having leftovers because we barbecued yesterday. So I've got leftover chicken, leftover tri-tip, all kinds of good stuff. And Nate booted 2 or 3. Oh my gosh, and I just killed Nate. I guess I got revenge for you Tuesday. In one go. Oh, and then Phantasma farted on me and tossed me into the lava. Congratulations, Phantasma. Good. You stopped the hacks. I was sick of winning all the time. Everybody doesn't believe me. I think I'm cheating. Okay, let's get back into the game real quick. I have to fix my screen real fast. Unfortunately, because of the old school game, I have to tweak stream settings quite a bit to get that working. I win! That was your revenge. Nice. Everybody gets one. Good luck next time. Okay, let me jump back in the game real fast. See how fast I can actually do this. By the time I get it running, it's like she's already back. Oh, that was pretty good. Not great. My screen's still not quite right. Let me adjust this real fast. I swear, this thing wants to do everything it can to not be set up correctly. Okay, let's try that. There we go. Much better. Party at John's house. No, that was last night. That was our, oh, wrong screen. This one. There we go. That was our camping trip in the backyard. Oh, I don't like this. Look how close that delete button is. I'm so scared. Hopefully it confirms. Are you sure you want to delete? I don't want to do that on accident. I just need to create a lot more save points. Okay, so let's go back to talking to him. I don't know if we were done yet.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
No, we were insulting him. I think we might have finished. Hey, Skywalker! What's going on, Skywalker? It's good to see you, dude. Let's ask for coffee again. I think we need to get something when he leaves.
How about getting me some coffee?
John!
What am I, your slave?
Hey, I'm working my butt off here.
Peekaboo!
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so he's leaving. What am I supposed to loot, though? I'm really tired, Skywalker, but I'm doing good. I had fun camping last night,
never satisfied.
but I got maybe like 2 hours of sleep. So my body, I'm in a weird, kind of like bewildered, sort of like not really there kind of feeling. Okay, what do we have to grab?
Gabriel would prefer.
No, really.
Gabriel would. Gabriel.
Oh, I tried clicking a whole bunch of things. I'm not sure what we need.
Here, drink it.
I'm gonna ask him for another coffee right now. Watch.
Thanks.
We don't even drink it. We just put it on the table. Maybe there's a way to see what we need here before we actually do anything. How would I do that? Maybe I use this interact button with the computer?
There is nothing to operate there.
I mean, that's a computer, it looks like. So this was for DOS originally, Skywalker, I believe. Yeah, MS-DOS. So this is like early 90s.
That doesn't.
Let's see here.
Gabriel would.
I'm gonna try all the different drawers. One of these has to work, right?
Gabriel would prefer to. Gabriel doesn't. Gabriel. 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 Gabriel.
I don't think Gabriel sees anything of interest here.
Gabriel would.
It's got to be one thing we can grab, you know? Why would they let him leave?
Gabriel.
Like, I'm pretty sure that's the solution to this puzzle.
Gabriel. Gabriel would. Gabriel would.
You know what? Maybe there's nothing we need now. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe there's something we need later. You were 4 when this game came out? Gabriel. I was 11? I think I was 11 when this game came out. I think you're right, Relentless. I think you're right. Okay, so there's a couple things we can do. We can get him out of the office, but I'm not sure why yet. We can have the other woman come to take a picture, then we can sneak into her office. But I don't know why yet. I think we do that to use the, what do you call it? The copy machine. but we don't have anything we need to photocopy yet. You know, before we go, let me just do some chit-chat with him, not ask him questions.
So, how's it hanging, bud? Lousy. I hate crime scenes. People are sick fucks. You know that, Knight?
I'm starting to get that impression.
I try to beep it out, that doesn't work. If you try to beep it out, but it still says it, you just get a beep on top of it.
You been feeling okay lately? You look like hell.
Me? You know, I can't sleep at night, what with thinking about the case and thinking about Annie.
I can relate.
Annie, is that his wife? Let's see. Oh, did you try to say something, Max, and it just got destroyed? Gabriel. Okay, now let's ask him the other questions, because every once in a while, when you're asking them questions,
You're the writer. Ask away.
you need to ask him a second time for more details. Like, it can change it, you know? So if I ask him about the photographs again...
I got those photographs you left.
So you said. Did you think of any other shots for the...
Oh, this is when we can ask for the photograph. Okay, we don't need to do that right now.
Nope, I think we have everything we need.
Okay, but you shouldn't underestimate the power of beefcake.
We will have to ask him that again later, though. What about case status? What if we ask that again?
What's the status on the Voodoo Murders case?
You're as filled in as me.
There we go. Thank you, Relentless. It was just modding the term gay, which, I mean, I can see a lot of people being jerks with that word, but it's just... It's a totally fine word to use here, as long as you do it respectfully, of course.
Tell me about yourself.
For the book? Sure, why not? Okay, what do you want to know?
Oh, did I not ask this before? I'm not sure. Yeah, that's true. Phages, I think, is still the weirdest thing Automod has blocked. That was bizarre. How do you like working on the police force?
How'd you like working on the police force?
Are you kidding? You know I love being a cop. In New Orleans, it's the best place in the world to be one.
You know, actually, that was, Max, like what you just said, that was one of the funniest moments, for me personally, during our Last of Us stream. We were getting trolls all the time, because it was a new game, a lot of people were hating on it, so they wanted to troll people streaming it. Well, we blocked so many words that some kid went in here, and they got frustrated because they couldn't say anything. So you know what they said? The mods are gay, and then he left. I don't think he actually realized that, yes, they are. It was classic. I mean, maybe with Relentless's name, but I mean, also Nate, it was just so funny. I was just like, this is classic. You're right, you dumbass. Yeah, and that's actually the truth. It's so funny. That's great. It wasn't an insult. I know you tried to be, but no, you just said the truth. Thank you for noticing. I appreciate it. You got any hobbies?
Got any hobbies?
Yeah, making your life miserable.
Hey.
I'm serious. Don't you shoot or chew or something like that?
No, I'm a freaking ballet dancer. Jeez. Yeah, I was #1 at the Louisiana State Fair Marksman Contest. I play trumpet, too.
So he can shoot well.
You know, put your lips together and blow.
Am I dropping frames? How could you tell, Luminous? When it only has like 3 frames. What are your plans for the future? Unless my camera is dropping frames, then I guess you can probably tell.
What are your plans for the future?
Well, you know, I don't like to count my chickens before they're hatched. I don't see why I can't be the chief of police in New Orleans someday. I already know the mayor, and my record is one of the best in the department.
I'm sure it's just a matter of moments, mostly.
Yeah, you'll see.
I love that he calls Mosely Mosely. I don't know why, but it's great. How's your life?
How's your home life?
Oh, real funny. Now, why don't you just bring in some freaking salt? You know Andy left me. My home life is shit.
Oh, that sucks.
Right. Sorry about that.
Just tell me anything at all.
Just tell me anything at all.
Remember how we used to play monkey in the middle? We used to piss off our senior year teacher. What was her name? Ms. McKelly? You'd act like you were going to toss her an eraser or something. Then you'd throw it to me over her head.
To a teacher?
We used to do it at your grand's, too. Like with the remote when she wanted to watch her soaps.
Yep, and it was a great way to pick up women in the library hall. Oh, those were the days.
Oh, you're talking about Control, Luminous. Yes, I had that problem as well, where I was getting drop frames if I turned on a lot of the RTX stuff. I had to turn that off, actually.
Just tell me anything, Doc.
You know, my doctor told me I've got a little family ulcer starting. I wish
not
this
good.
case would end so I could get some rest for a change.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Oh, nothing, never mind.
It's your dime.
I pretty much have to wait for that, right, Max? Okay, I think we're ready to get out of here. At least we know a couple things we can do. I wonder if Annie is okay. Is that a Michael Jackson reference, Relentless? It's a good song.
The suit doesn't open.
I'm not trying to open the suit. I'm trying to open the door. There we go. I got that reference. I had that album on cassette. Good stuff.
She's not bad.
Gabriel.
It's a file cabinet.
So can we open the file cabinet?
Gabriel wouldn't be allowed to access that file cabinet.
Okay, so here's an idea. He says he's not able to access it. Is that because she's stopping us? Because if we have her go take a picture, she won't be here to stop us. So maybe that's what we're supposed to do? I don't know. But I think I'm going to leave here and come back later. I don't know if we have any new places to go, though, yet. That's the bookshop. That's where we started. Oh, we haven't been to the cathedral yet. I think it's the only place we haven't visited that we currently have access to.
The chancel of St. Louis Cathedral consists of a raised dais, an altar, 2 pedestals, and a choir area.
Oh, Skywalker, thank you for the lurk, dude.
Flags of the world are displayed from the upper story. A promotion of the universal harmony, no doubt.
Is that normal? I don't know if I've ever seen flags in a church. Not that I've ever been to a lot of churches, but I just kind of find that, to me, looks more like an airport than a church.
At least the cherubs are an aesthetic way of asking for donations. St. Louis Cathedral has a beautiful chapel.
0 out of 10.
Warm with tones of gold and cream and rich with delicate frescoes and meticulously carved wood.
It's definitely there. It's just a little bit off screen. It's just barely off the camera. You know, before we continue, let me check to see if I can turn up the... I guess it's just sound. Never mind. I was gonna say, wonder if I can turn up the voices separately. It's probably connected to sound. So we already have music down a little bit. I think that's fine. Or is it this text volume? Maybe that's what that is. Let's go ahead and save it again. You could die anytime. I'm so bad with flags, I wouldn't know Tuesday. Can we go anywhere over here? Like back here? I don't think so. A Finnish flag in that game. Oh, that's pretty cool, Max. It wasn't made in Finland, was it? Oh, this splits us out here. Okay. I don't know that we need to come back here.
Geek, you want to eat my fist?
Is there like a story reason why there's a Finnish flag, or was it just for the heck of it, I guess? Oh, and there's other flags too. I don't know there's anything we need to do here. You know what I wish? I wish there was a quick way to bring up like the world map rather than having to like go to an exit. Okay, well, one thing I know we probably could do is go back to the bookstore, talk with Grace, and ask her to do some research for us. And she might even be able to answer some more questions, too.
Hey, Grace. Here I am.
I wish you wouldn't wear that coat outside in June. I could smell you from here.
He just has to wear it because it's so cool. Oh, we have a customer.
Hey, kids.
Bruno, how nice.
That's kind of cool.
Gee, a customer.
Of yours? Hardly.
Hey.
How's the flower business?
Well, better than the used book business, I see.
Ouch.
Rare books.
That explains why I so rarely see anyone in here. Are you going to sell me that wonderful painting of yours today?
Gabriel had to walk over there to protect it? What was that all about? Oh, that is really cool, though. Yeah, I can understand that, Max. You guys just don't get enough love. So it's cool to see it anywhere, right? I don't think I like this dude. I don't either. I don't think I want to help this guy out. Gee, is today the day that hell freezes over, or are you ready to drop dead today? Let's do that one.
Are you ready to drop dead today?
Well, really?
That'll scare him away. I don't want to sell her painting if she gave it to us. I don't really know the backstory behind the painting. Wait, no, this wasn't her painting. Sorry, I was thinking this was Grace's painting. Because it said that she had painting supplies. I think this was from our family, like our grandfather painted this.
3 snakes in a skull. Gabriel's father
Our
painted it.
dad painted it, okay.
What a wacky offbeat kind of guy Daddy was.
So yeah, I don't want to sell that to this guy. Let's talk to Grace again.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Daddy night. So I'm going to try to request some research.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
Aha, there we go. We finally have a topic. Malia Getty.
Could you see what you can find out about a woman named Malia Getty?
The name Getty sounds familiar. What's your interest in her?
Oh, just, stuff about the Voodoo Murders. If you could get an address...
They're murders. Right. I'll see what I can find out.
She knows.
Anything else?
Hey, that made some progress with that. Nice. I can't think of anything else.
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
I know. I honestly, like, the word daddy's been ruined for me now. State Farm is... That's what that little jingle kind of sounds like, huh, Tuesday? No, in this game that uses it, it's so nice because it lets you know you've done something right. You've made a little bit of progress. Something happened. Sometimes in these games you can be like wasting your time. You're like, did I do anything? Probably not. Oh, do we have any new messages?
Do you have messages for me?
Nope. None right now.
Okay, just that. So my guess is we have to wait until tomorrow or something to get the results of that research request.
Well, it's about closing time.
Oh, maybe we finished everything
So
for
it
the
is.
day.
Good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gabriel. And try not to dream, okay?
Unless we have good dreams. These graphics are old school, but they're just so charming, aren't they? Scared something bad's gonna happen. It was just lingering there. Oh, we're having another bad dream. Is this the same one as before? I think it is. Maybe we'll see a little bit more in this dream. Funny that that woman just turned into a leopard because they mentioned finding leopard fur at the crime scene. And then he's hanging, which is terrifying. What a great dream. Luminous. I hear the same thing all the time. Also, just because I screw things up all the time. A mask I wore as I approached. I didn't even get to read it all. I started looking at that too late. And Grace gets there bright and early. Before we even wake up.
Good morning. Don't you look swell today? Actually, swollen.
Oh.
So have some. There's a fresh pot on the table.
Coffee.
Seriously, you look like hell. Your hair is sticking straight up like a... Oh, it always does that. Never mind.
Ha ha.
Did you dream about the fire and the hang guy and that lion thing last night?
Leopard, not lion. Did you get anything on Malia Getty?
Well, I did get her address, but you're a little out of your league here, big fella. The Gettys own 3 local hospitals, just to name a few of their assets. They run in very high circles.
Did you get an address?
I got the address. I suppose this has nothing to do with the fact that Malia Getty is incredibly gorgeous. I should have known you wouldn't go for a rich, ugly socialite.
And that address is...
Hey! Far be it from me to postpone your total humiliation. It's 557 West England. That's a garden district, a state city.
That's all I wanted to know. And yes, my dear, Malia Getty is the most dangerous-looking diversion I've ever seen. Ouch!
Oy, men.
Ah, Tim Curry. Sweet, so now we got a new place to go. Oh, thank you, Relentless, for finding that. A mask I wore as I approached. I was what I am not. And though the pattern was unclear, its meaning could be bought. Oh, that's kind of cool. I dig that. Thank you for finding that. Let's see. Also, you need to remove the spacebar soon because you keep adding spaces to wrong places. Oh no, is it like double tapping or is it just going off on its own, Max? She might have some more messages, so I'm going to check that first before we leave.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Do you have messages for me?
Nope. None right now.
Nothing new yet, okay. I thought maybe while we were asleep, you know, it's possible. Oh, just pressing on accident? That's more of a you problem than a hardware problem. That's, I guess, kind of good. You might be able to fix it without money.
Gabe.
Luckily, my mouse has been behaving recently.
See ya.
Remember when I was having problems with it, like, clicking randomly? I usually beat it up a little bit and then it works fine for a week or so. It hasn't had any problems for a while. Please don't do that. I hate it when people do that. Let's see, where is it? I guess we have to go to the big New Orleans map. This right here, the Getty Estate. We should probably save it. That little FMV sequence right there is like a, I guess, a precursor to what they would do with Gabriel Knight too. What do you mean, John? This is fine. Or this is fine. Every once in a while I have a hard time like reading that, you know? No, oh God, I shouldn't have said anything. Now everyone's gonna write like that. Oh, this is cursed. Okay, let's create a new save. Just in case I kill myself.
Potted roses mark the entrance to the house.
This looks like one of those big plantation homes, doesn't it?
The front door of the Getty mansion looks unusually solid and heavy.
You used to just all text, or all, what was I gonna say? All caps everybody like that? Did people think you were yelling at them, Max? Like, why are you doing that? I'm guessing we have to use this one?
This door is pretty solid.
I'm not trying to take the door.
Gabriel can't get inside unless he's invited.
See, they're very specific about which verb you use, so I'm thinking this one. There we go. That's the door knocker. Getty spaghetti.
May I help you?
That's true. Back then, people were so kind of dumb on a lot of technology. It's possible it's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm just going to be straightforward. I'd like to speak to Malia Getty, please.
I'd like to see Malia Getty, please. I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or official business, I cannot announce you.
I think we have official business. What makes it official business? Let's try it.
I do have official business. Really? Please tell me the nature of your business.
Oh, am I supposed to show him something? I think this might be an item. Let's show these the death picture.
Does this do anything for you? No, it does not, sir.
Okay, that didn't work. Man, I thought that might have been it. How about the chalk that we saw written for voodoo stuff, maybe? I don't know.
Does this do anything for you? No, it does not, sir.
We might not have the item we need. I thought that picture would have done it for sure. How about a picture of Mosely?
Does this do anything for you? No.
Nope. Yeah, I don't think we have the right item. How about my magnifying glass? Does that do anything for you?
There's nothing on my body that would require the use of a magnifying glass. Just as I thought. Good day, sir.
I clicked on myself on accident. Of course he has to make that joke. Nice. Are you flirting with me, sir? All this sir stuff reminds me of the council. Let's see. And that you didn't text many people because the phone only had one row display. Oh, that would be so hard to read and to use, right? Then you got the 3310 and oh, having 3 rows. So much power. I'm going to try a different line of questioning.
May I help you? I've got important business with Miss Getty. Yes, I'm waiting for some evidence of that, sir.
Okay, so I guess we just don't have anything. We just have to come back later.
Just as I thought. Good day, sir.
Sir. The way he said that.
Gabriel didn't come here to mess with the plans.
Mess with the plans, Gabriel.
Gabriel doesn't want to do anything to Malia's windows. These trees have been here for 100 years. They're not going anywhere.
There's nothing we can mess with here to like sneak in or something. That'd be cool. So I think we just gotta go. We'll have to come back here later. Oh, I think we can go to the voodoo place and talk to Dr. John now, because they said he wouldn't be back until day 2, remember? So let's go to French Quarter and I think it was, no, the Voodoo Museum. I don't even think I went to the Dixieland drugstore, did I? I think I totally forgot to go there. That's alright, apparently we didn't need to get to day 2.
Welcome, my friend.
Hello.
I am the proprietor, Dr. John. If you have any questions, I will be happy to assist.
Anybody ever watch Star Trek?
My name is Knight, and I'll probably take you up on that.
The Next Generation, specifically, with Patrick Stewart. Because if you have, you might recognize this guy's voice. He played Worf, the guy with that crazy looking like rigid forehead. That's this voice actor right here. I don't know the guy's name.
Dr. John is a huge man. If his manner weren't so pleasant, he'd be intimidating.
So don't mess with Dr. John. Oh, now I heard Andy. Okay, so this is actually a really good saving point. So you guys get a bonus chance to win some more tokens with that game. Let me save it real quick. We'll just save over this one. We just barely made that save. Quit. There we go, and let me launch that other game. Let's see here. This over here. Look how close that is. Because it's when we're running that game, it's a very low resolution. That's the resolution that this monitor is to reproduce that game. So if I try to play in the real resolution, it would just be a little tiny square on my monitor. But that's how big it really is. I just got to switch to this one. Coming. Okay, we should be good. Should pop up any second. Start battle. There we go. Perfect timing. So once again, to join, just type !J or type in the name of the animal at the top right that you want. I did hippo last time. Let's go with goat. Goats are awesome. Goats eat everything. Like everything. All right, guys, win some of those tokens. I'm going to go to auto mode while I have some lunch real quick. And I will be back in just a minute. See you guys soon. Oh no. Did I just win again? Hold on, that's not right. Quick, before that happens again, welcome, Raiders. Hold on, let me scroll up real quick. It was Shipochi? Is that how I say that? I don't want to butcher that. I think it's Shipochi. Thank you so much for the raid, and welcome everybody to John Cadia. It's very good to meet you guys. Let's see, I see a puppies. Yes, Dino. Puppies are kind of one of the central themes of this channel. We have 3 dogs here, and they are all amazing. How are you guys doing? How was your stream? What were you playing? Not sure if you got a shout out yet. Let me quickly do that. Let's see, do I see you there? There it is. All right. You were playing Among Us. I've heard so many good things about that game. How are you liking it? It's kind of, it reminds me of some of those board games. Kind of like Secret Hitler, if you've ever played that, where somebody's the bad guy. Nobody knows who it is, and you kind of lie to each other and try to figure out who's who. So it seems like a really fun game, but I haven't tried it yet. How did you like it? Are you enjoying it? Is it frustrating? Is it fun? I do need to try it. And then let's see, Matey the Dragon. I think that's what that is. How's it going? Welcome to the stream, and welcome everybody. And username, yeah, sorry about that. Shippo threw you before the bus 10 times. Were you the bad guy username? He might have had to have done that because it's the truth. Just saying. Let's see. You haven't played Among Us yet, but it does look fun. It does look like a cool game. That might be a fun... Some people have mentioned it would be a good community stream. Because, like, it's only $5, so even though you have to purchase it, it's not huge. Not a huge ask, so totally possible. Let's see, it is fun, and the more the better. How many players is it? I thought that I read it was like 10 players? Or 12? Username not always. Sometimes. But sometimes you didn't deserve it. Okay. Now, real quick, before we go, I was just having my lunch break, so sorry about that, guys. On the leaderboard, who had won today? So congratulations to Phantasma, Max, Absolute Texan, and of course the MVP. I wasn't even playing. I was on auto. John Cadia. It is 10 max, okay. Did you now? And you learned from another stream that it's free on mobile. Oh, that's pretty cool, Max. Yeah, we'll have to find out if that's crossplay, because if it's free on mobile, that'd be perfect. Don't you have phones? Isn't that what Blizzard said, and they got so much crap for that Diablo mobile game they're working on? All right, guys, let's get back into the game. The real game we were playing. This is just our break game. Now, we are currently playing a game called Gabriel Knight Sins of the Fathers, which is the first Gabriel Knight game. It is a point-and-click adventure game. And Gabriel Knight, he's a character. He's a huge womanizer, basically only thinks with his other head. And yeah, it's a really fun game. It is crossplay with mobile too. That'd be perfect. Yeah, then pretty much everybody can join in. I will, of course, not be on mobile because I have to stream it, but that's all right. All right, now the real games. Let me move this over real quick. Try to get this lined up. It always takes me a few extra steps to get these really low resolution games working okay. I think this should be it. Got it. All right. I think I'm getting better at it. That's good to know that it's crossplay, though. It still blows my mind that crossplay is a thing, honestly. Like, as a kid, I never would have imagined somebody on a Super Nintendo playing against somebody on a Genesis. They were like total opposites, you know? I mean, of course, online and stuff didn't really exist very much back then. It existed, but it wasn't very prevalent. But it's so cool they're doing that now. All right, so we had just saved it, and we had just come to this voodoo shop. What we're trying to do right now in this game is we are a bookstore owner slash book writer, and we're trying to do investigations on these voodoo murders in New Orleans, and we're going to talk to this guy that owns this voodoo shop. A little bit of history of this game. The main character, Gabriel Knight, he is played by Tim Curry, who's amazing, and one of his best friends, who's a cop, he's played by Mark Hamill, or like Luke Skywalker. And this guy right here that we're about to talk to, he played the character in Star Trek The Next Generation. He played that guy Worf with the crazy like forehead with all those ridges. Cross save is really nice too. Yeah, if you're jumping between two different formats on your own Luminous, that's so handy. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to this guy. Is the music a bit loud? I think what I would have to do so we can still hear the voices username is I might have to turn down the music in the game, not like the entire game music. How about the rest of you? Can you guys hear me okay, or is the music kind of overpowering? It might just be the scene too, I'm not sure. This guy's gonna know a lot about voodoo, honestly.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
He can tell us a lot.
Historical voodoo? Or the voodoo currently practiced in the city?
Wow, we got some new options there. I think it's just the scene. Yeah, since it's just the scene, we probably don't want to change it. Because the rest of it, I think people have been doing okay. Just this one song, for whatever reason, they just cranked that stuff up. Turned it up to 11. They really like the song. Let's ask him about the Voodoo Murders.
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
There are killings in the newspaper. I know that they have nothing to do with true voodoo.
Honestly, I'm having a hard time hearing him, too. Let me back out of here real quick. And maybe I can just turn up the sound effects, because I can't even hear him. We have that sound cracked up to max. How about text? Is that the same thing as all the voice? I'm not sure. Turn down the music slightly. Whoa, that went way down. Was that a bug in the game? I only moved it a little bit. It sounded like it was maxed out, didn't it? It was right here. And I moved it to there and it went way quieter. That was weird. I don't know, maybe that's it. Try that. I think it might have been a bug in the game, to be honest.
So
try
I
this
ask
again.
you some more questions?
Now I can hear him.
Of course. I also find our dialogue stimulating.
In that scene back there, it looked like he had green eyebrows. What can you tell me about New Orleans?
What do you think of New Orleans?
It is the only city in the United States as far as I am concerned.
You know, it's kind of funny because I obviously I can't tell if the audio is wrong the way I'm listening to it. I don't hear myself. I only hear the game audio. I could mix it so I can hear myself, but that always sounds so weird to me. There's always a slight delay and it just doesn't sound right. Hey, funny thing, welcome back, dude. So, yeah, I think there was like a bug in that scene or something. That was bizarre. What can you tell me about yourself?
Tell me about yourself.
Me?
Yes, if you don't mind.
What is it you wish to learn?
Everything. Hey, Royce, how's it going? Thank you for the host. How you doing, Royce? Why did you open a voodoo museum?
Why did you open a voodoo museum?
The subject has fascinated me all my life, and I wanted to help preserve the cultural heritage it represents.
It's a good reason. Good reason. What kind of background do you have?
What kind of background in voodoo do you have?
Let us say that I cut my teeth on it, Mr. Knight. It is in my blood.
What does that mean? That could mean anything. Do you do anything besides the museum? I hope he does.
Do you do anything besides run the museum?
No. The museum does not make me a rich man, but my material needs are simple. I prefer to focus on my one true interest in life.
Which is voodoo. Oh, that's awesome. You're getting close to 50 followers. Nice. You know, Royce, the beginning is always the hardest of streaming. It gets easier as you go. You can kind of build momentum like a snowball going downhill, you know? What were you streaming today? Or were you streaming anything today? What are your religious beliefs?
What are your own religious beliefs?
My beliefs are too personal and too complex to discuss with a layman, Mr. Knight.
Hey, you're assuming too much about us. Tell me anything, please.
Just tell me anything.
I am originally from the West Indies myself, you know.
Really? What brought you to New Orleans?
I was drawn here for personal reasons.
Let's see. Oh, you were doing some polishing of copper plates, funny thing? That's really cool for printmaking. Oh, how exciting. What kind of things are you printing out? And Relentless, same, with the headache. Still fighting it. You're doing Assassin's Creed Syndicate today. Was that one of the ones that was like really buggy at first and then it got better with patches, Royce? I think it was.
Just tell me anything.
I am a vegetarian.
Really? I can't imagine living without meat.
That must be the hunter in you, Mr. Knight.
The hunter in me, huh?
Actually, I can't think of a thing.
Then, let us discuss something else.
I did play Last of Us 2. I really liked it. The story, I thought the way they did the story, I had some issues with. But overall, I really enjoyed the game. The gameplay and everything was better than the first one. Just the way they formatted the story, I had some issues with. There were some pacing problems. But overall, I really liked it. I actually streamed that one as well. How about historical voodoo?
Tell me about historical voodoo.
Very well. I will start at the beginning, Mr. Knight, and will go on from there at your prompting.
Settle in, guys.
As you may know, voodoo is a grassroots religion formed by the mixing together of many different African tribal religions and Anglo religions, such as Catholicism or Protestantism.
Were you prepared to learn stuff today?
In other words, it is a religion born of the African slave trade, but African slaves were imported not only by the United States, but also into the West Indies, where the French and Spanish ran plantation islands. Prior to 1803, the New Orleans area was owned by France. The French Creole in those days owned many African slaves. But the Creole did not permit their slaves to gather, giving no chance for voodoo to breed here natively.
The Creole also knew enough about the corrupted pagan practices of the West Indies slaves to ban the importing of slaves from that region.
His voice just changed all of a sudden. It's a different recording session for that line. I see you got some old etching plates recently. They're all oxidized, so you had to polish them before reworking the plates into the new images. I have no idea how that stuff works, but that sounds super interesting. Funny thing, how long have you been doing that? And you really liked it too, Luminous? Nice. That's what happened to me, basically, Relentless. I just got like 2 hours of sleep last night, so now my head is killing me. Tell me about current voodoo.
Tell me about current voodoo.
Many people think of voodoo in terms of magic spells or gree-gree. That kind of practice is actually called hoodoo, and is only a part of true voodoo. Voodoo, the religion, has a strong following in New Orleans. In fact, it is growing quite rapidly. There are several voodoo churches or temples in the city, and others all across the United States. African Americans see it as a tradition all their own. Whites, and there are many in their religion, are attracted to it because they think it is exotic.
Yeah?
I, personally, am more interested in the history of voodoo. Some of the new movements are copying Haitian or even African voodoo. But it is the voodoo of New Orleans that I find so intriguing.
It's cool that there's such different varieties of it, too. So tell me about hoodoo.
What exactly is hoodoo?
Hoodoo refers to magic folk traditions of the South. Hoodoo is a bastard of voodoo. Many of the gree-gree are similar, but hoodoo does not have the religious aspects of voodoo.
It's just the bad stuff. So I'm not still sure why some of them are orange. Does that mean I can get more information? Let me try asking about himself again.
Tell me about yourself.
What more can I tell you?
No, it looks like... Oh, you know what? I think that means there's like a sub-question, maybe.
Actually,
dead.
So what if I ask about hoodoo again?
Is there anything else I should know about hoodoo?
Not if your interest is primarily in voodoo. Voodoo is of interest to those who study rural folk traditions, but it will not aid you in understanding true voodoo.
Anything else?
Is there anything else?
Not if you're...
No, same thing. Okay, so it doesn't go away from being orange. It's still going to be orange. You ended up watching anime with your sister until the wee hours of the morning, and it was a good time, and now you regret it. Drink a lot more water, Relentless. Sometimes it can also be dehydration. That happens a lot too with headaches.
Tell me more about current voodoo.
There are many voodooians in New Orleans. They often do business selling grigri, telling fortunes, providing luck, and occasionally misfortune.
Voodooians?
Perhaps you would like to meet a voodooian. We refer those who seek a deeper experience with voodoo to a local practitioner, Magentia Moonbeam.
Sure. I'd love to meet her.
She lives on the corner of Orleans and Dauphine. I will call her and tell her you might stop by.
That's cool.
Great. Thanks.
Ding, 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 ding. I knew it. We got a new location. So you majored in studio art and started printmaking towards the end of your program at college. Funny thing. You've been trying to keep making work so you can apply to an MFA program. Oh, nice. That's a Master's of Fine Arts, right? And go back to school. So it's been about 3 to 4 years since you started. So it's still all really recent. That's awesome. And it was a good time enough though. But I'm paying the price now. I laughed more last night than I have in weeks. Oh, that's so good to hear, Relentless. It's like true laughter. It just, I don't know. It elevates you to a certain thing that like normal good news and things just can't do. You know, it's so nice to have a good laugh every once in a while. So he knows more about historical stuff. Let's try that again.
So, how did voodoo come to New Orleans?
After the Louisiana Purchase, American legislators relaxed regulations. Slaves were permitted to gather. The Americans also removed the ban on West Indies slaves. Around the same time, a slave revolt occurred in Santo Domingo, what is now Haiti. Between the lifting of the ban and the Haitian revolt, West Indies slaves began pouring into New Orleans. Some of them were free people of color, freed or escaped slaves. Some came with their white owners who were fleeing from the revolt.
Any more?
What happened when the West Indies slaves got here?
There's more.
They brought voodoo with them. The native slaves were more than enthusiastic about embracing it. It gave them power, Mr. Knight, if only in the form of a communal bond. Among the first meeting places were the Bayou Saint John and the shore of Lake Pontchartrain. The early voodoos were heavy snake worshippers, worshipping the one they called the Great Zombie.
Now, do you guys have any kind of real, like, understanding of voodoo, or is this all pretty much news to you guys? Any more about historical?
Tell me more about historical voodoo.
By 1817,
There's more.
the voodoo activities were beginning to cause fear among the white slave owners.
Of course.
An ordinance was passed to forbid slave gatherings except in designated public areas at designated times. The time was Sunday afternoons and the place, Congo Square. The slaves and free people of color gathered to dance simulations of their voodoo dances right in sight of Creole society.
I'm sure they love that.
Of course, they also continue to meet in private for the real thing.
Naturally. It's super fascinating. I mean, the only thing I know is from when I played the remake of this game, but I think it's all really cool information. Anything more?
Tell me more about historical voodoo.
There were a variety of kings and queens at first, voodoo priests and priestesses. But from about 1830, a single power emerged. This was a voodoo queen named Marie Laveau.
We saw the...
Marie Laveau ruled voodoo in New Orleans for many years.
We saw her grave, her tombstone. Hey, I'm glad I clicked on that like 17 times because we needed to get that bit of information. So now we have a new option, Marie Laveau.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
There were actually two Marie Laveaus, mother and daughter.
That's not confusing at all.
Most people thought they were the same woman. Her continued youth added to the mystique. The original, the mother, was also known as Widow Paris. It was she that began the empire. When the Widow Paris began to practice, there were many voodooians in the city. By 1830, she was voodoo queen of all New Orleans.
Dang. Now, it's gray. Does that mean we're done with it? I'm not sure.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
The widow Paris was a hairdresser for rich Creole ladies.
No, there's more.
She also paid household servants to spy for her. Between the two, she knew everything about everyone who mattered in New Orleans. She was not above using her information to appear psychic, to intimidate, or even to blackmail.
You sound as though you admire her.
For a black woman in the mid-1800s to gain power is an incredible thing, Mr. Knight. However she achieved it.
Yeah. Yeah, you look at the history books, it is pretty incredible at that time.
What is it about New Orleans that you so admire?
It has a real culture of its own, Mr. Knight, amid the horrid blandness that is Americana. New Orleans alone has a voice.
That's why I really want to go there.
Spoken like a true New Orleanian.
Because it always seemed like such a unique place, you know?
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
She kept a pet snake, danced with it too. She held traditional voodoo ceremonies out by the lake. She took herself seriously. Very seriously. But she was not above selling tickets for her events to curiosity seekers.
I mean, if people are going to pay for it.
She was not above using voodoo any way she could to make money. That is for certain. But if she had been in another line of work, in another age, that would have been interpreted as entrepreneurial genius rather than a sign of fraudulence.
Probably.
Hey, you don't need to convince me. I admire anyone that can actually make a living.
Let's see if there's any more. That's probably it.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
It was Marie Laveau who defined the voodoo that is truly and uniquely the voodoo of New Orleans.
Just a little bit more.
She invented hundreds, if not thousands of spells, potions, charms, and incantations. These formed the basis of the modern practice, not to mention the folk tradition of voodoo.
I dare to ask, any more?
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
Her daughter, Marie Glapion, took over when the widow Paris
He is a
got
historian.
old. Most people thought it was the same Marie Laveau. Both Maries encouraged that point of view. The widow Paris died in 1881. Marie Glapion had been reigning a long time by then. After the death of the widow Paris, other voodoo queens surfaced, and by 1890, the cult was fragmented again. Marie Glapion just sort of faded away.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
The Laveau tomb, where one or both of the Maries are believed to be buried, is in St. Louis Cemetery No. 1.
We did see that.
It is a popular shrine for practitioners and tourists alike. I myself take tours through the cemetery on a regular basis.
Oh, I have an idea.
Really? Do you have any running this week?
No. But the cemetery is open to the general public as well.
Just a second. Hey, we got another tip. What is going on, Raiders? OJ Machine, welcome to Junkadia. How are you guys doing? How was your stream, OJ? What were you working on today? I think the last time I got to watch you, you were playing some Doom. So, I gotta know, what were you playing this time? Oh no, I think I screwed up my screen leaving there. I need a command to like automatically shout out the most recent person. I wonder if that's possible. What do we have here? Muse Dash. What is that? I don't think I've even heard of that game. What is Muse Dash? I imagine, just from the name alone, it could be like a rhythm game, maybe? I got it! It is a fun, inexpensive rhythm game. Nice! So, what's the hook of this game? It seems like every rhythm game always does something a little unique, you know? Like, obviously you know what Guitar Hero did and what DDR did, but like what's the kind of the catch of this one? What makes it like different? Or maybe it just does things well, you know? I'm just trying to reset up my screen. I think I got it. There we go. We are just grilling this guy about voodoo. He's like a museum owner, so he kind of knows everything. Oh, so the characters and equipable sidekicks have different bonuses and effects. See, that's unique in just general. It's a rhythm game, and you're not just playing music, you're playing as like characters and stuff. So I'm guessing the game has like a story and stuff. That's pretty cool. Muse Dash. I'll have to check out a trailer. I love rhythm games. Not that I have great rhythm, but...
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
They're fun.
You have heard everything about Marie Laveau that a layman might expect to understand.
Well, we're finally done with that. Okay, let's, maybe we can ask him more about New Orleans. Oh, no story. You just have characters. Okay, you get to pick a character. How about New Orleans? There might be other things we can drill down further for more clues.
Do you have anything else to say about New Orleans?
I have already given you my
Okay, he's done with that one too. How about the murders?
What makes you think the voodoo murders aren't being done by local practitioners?
Voodoo is a popular boogeyman, Mr. Knight, especially in New Orleans.
Imagine so.
Anyone can pretend to use it, just as anyone can pretend to be a black belt in karate, and for the same reason. To intimidate.
By the way,
I know voodoo in this city, Mr. Knight, and believe me, it is not about killing.
have I told you I'm a black belt in
Even the police
karate?
have stated that the killings have nothing to do with local voodoo.
We do know about that. Anything else about New Orleans? Or wait, no, Voodoo Murders. That's what we're working on. Sure, I mean, not just anybody can say that, Relentless.
So you know nothing about the Voodoo Murders case?
I neither know nor care to know, Mr. Knight. My only possible interest is in how it might affect the public's attitude towards the museum. So far, it has not been an issue. No one has even had the bad taste to bring it up. Until you, that is.
Good call, OJ. Good call. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Don't hurt me with your jujitsu. You know, I watch enough MMA, like UFC and stuff. I probably should learn how to fight, but I've never taken any kind of classes about that kind of stuff. Never doubted your CIA training. What would they teach you? Probably not karate. They probably just teach you with like some kind of custom self-defense thing that they have to use, you know? I don't even know if it would have a proper name. Probably a mixture of things, you know?
So you know nothing about the Voodoo Murders case?
I neither know
Okay,
nor
he's done.
care to know.
So let's just ask General about voodoo. We're going to drill down in everything. This guy has lots of information. Krav Maga. Oh, I've heard of that. Krav Maga, yeah. I'm trying to think of... Was that the one that... What's the big dude with the ponytail now? Steven Seagal? Is that the one Steven Seagal did? I think I remember hearing about him going around and teaching like police departments about some martial arts. I thought that was the name of it.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Historical voodoo? Or the voodoo currently practiced in the city?
Oh, we've already heard about this. That's the Israeli army is trained. Okay. Maybe that's where I heard it from. For some reason, I thought that was also Steven Seagal. Not like he created it, but... Fight for your lifestyle. Oh, nice. Anything is allowed. Kick in the balls. Gouge the eyes. It's like the most practical? That makes sense. That makes sense then.
Is there anything else I should know about voodoo?
Not if your interest is primarily in voodoo. Voodoo is of interest to those who study rural folk traditions, but it will not aid you in understanding true voodoo.
Okay, I think we're done with all these topics. But we got a couple new clues. So you know what? I think what we should probably do is go back to home base and talk to Grace and have her do some research.
Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
Dr. John's pretty cool. Oh, you took a class in it, also Phantasma. Nice. Now, was this like a I don't know, couple month-long thing? Did you get like a belt or anything for it, or is it just like you just completed kind of thing? So we can go to Moonbeam Residence, which I do need to go to, but first, let's go to the bookstore, because I'll probably forget to ask for research. Oh, just classes for a couple months? That's still awesome.
It's humid out there. Made it back, though.
Oh, boy. Party time.
All right, enough of that sass. We need help.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Need some research. Oh, now we can ask about this, though. This wasn't there before.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Wasn't she a big voodoo queen before the Civil War?
That's right.
Well, you just heard everything I know about her.
I see, so Krav Maga is good if you think you might get grabbed and have to fight your way out. You got beaten up so much. You mean in the class, right, Phantasma? I hope that's what you're talking about.
Are you sure you don't know anything else about Marie Laveau?
I told you, I can't help you with that.
Dang it, Grace. You're supposed to know everything. Just in the class. Okay, good. That's good to hear. It's like, do we all need to go, you know, get our baseball bats and put some hurt on somebody? Who's beating you up, Phantasma? Research request.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
We might have a couple topics. We have nothing. Never mind. I thought we would have had a couple topics from that.
Okay.
Any messages?
Do you have messages for me?
Nope. None right now.
We started with so many messages, now nobody calls us. So you weren't supposed to actually hit each other intentionally. At least not hard, but not everyone has good level of control. Yeah, because you're supposed to like touch them to let them know like, I hit you, but not hurt them, kind of thing. And like normal practice. Which is kind of funny, like MMA is something I watch a lot, and people get hurt in training all the time, which, I mean, if you're gonna train for a real fight, of course you want to do real sparring, but still it's dangerous. Like, you don't want to be training for some big fight and then you get hurt in the training and they can't fight, and that's less money for your family.
I'm going out.
Uh-huh.
Hits you in the teeth? Okay, well, pick your shots. Don't necessarily aim for somebody's face. Okay, so this is going to be like a voodoo fortune teller kind of person, I think.
Welcome, Seeker. You must be the one Dr. John called me about.
That's right.
I guess so. My name is...
Wait? Gabriel Knight?
You're too quick for me.
John told you that, didn't he?
Actually,
Yeah.
Dr. John told me. You have come to the right place, Mr. Knight. Tell me how I can help.
At least she was honest. She could have played it off like, yeah, I'm psychic. Of course I know your name. Come on. Yeah, I always wear pads if you're actually gonna... It's meant to be like a real bout, you know? Not where you need to hurt each other, but real practice bout. Before we talk to her, let's look around this place.
A large crystal ball is prominently displayed.
Of course, but there's also this large snake behind you.
A large, sluggish snake rests on the floor of the fancy bird cage. Apparently, Magenta is not a fastidious housekeeper. A shed skin shares the cage with its original owner.
I was wondering what that was. So the green thing is the snake, obviously, but then this orange kind of thing is the snake's old skin. That's kind of cool.
The Moonbeam residence looks like a cross between a voodoo temple and a Victorian fortune teller's parlor by way of Haight Street.
Sounds about right. Look at all these crystals over here.
The Moonbeam residence...
Oh, we can't actually look at that.
The mask is made of carved wood and looks African.
Oh no, you had to stop when you fell and busted your knee in class? It swelled up and turned purple for days. Oh, that sucks, Phantasma. You didn't break anything, it just like really strained it or whatever. That sucks. Especially because you were enjoying the classes, like you don't want to have to miss it.
Dr. John tells me you're a voodoo practitioner of some kind.
Yes, I am a voodoo yen, a voodoo priestess.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Of course, Seeker.
And it could have been that maybe you did break it, Phantasma, you just didn't realize it healed. I know I've done that a couple times. What does a voodoo priestess know about voodoo?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
My practice is mainly selling charms and potions with magic power, such as gree-gree and voodoo oils. You know, everything from unrequited love to wandering spouses to winning a lawsuit.
Ooh.
But my spells and charms are powerful, and they work.
They have a spell for winning lawsuits? Hook me up.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Much of a voodoo yen's work is protecting her clients from the spell of others. I make special protective gree-gree to be worn in secret. They keep evil spells from working against my clients.
How funny. It's like voodoo practitioners fighting against each other, right?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
The recipes for voodoo charms have been handed down from master to apprentice for centuries.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I have told you all it is proper for you to know, Monsieur
No
Knight.
more information about the murders.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Why, that has nothing to do with me and my client.
Let's ask again.
So you don't think the voodoo aspects of the case are fake?
Fake? Let me tell you about fake. If I get information through the grapevine and make use of it, is that fake? No, that is part of a voodoo yen's power. If people don't believe, there is not much I can do. But if they do believe, that is a part of my power too.
Interesting.
But there
That
are
makes sense.
things, monsieur, things not even a little bit fake, I can tell you. Believe it or not, but stay away from it.
Maybe they weren't a real priest, but they could still practice and do all the stuff, you know? Tell me about New Orleans.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
New Orleans is the center of voodoo practice in the United States.
It's a good place to put this game.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
It is a fascinating city with many dark secrets.
What can you tell me about
That might
New
be it.
Orleans?
It is my favorite place in the world.
She doesn't have too much. What about Marie Laveau?
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Oh yes, she was the first of the great voodoo queens.
Is that it?
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
She ruled voodoo in New Orleans for 100 years, they say.
Oh, that sucks, funny thing. It's too bad you couldn't have continued it, you know? But better to be safe, of course. Is it like a common problem with those classes, I guess, based on the movements you have to do?
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
I'm sure a historian could help you with that, if you want to know more.
She just sells crap. She doesn't know a whole lot.
Tell me about yourself.
Yes? What would you like to hear?
How'd you get into this business?
How'd you get into this business?
I trained in the voodoo arts for many years with the great Queen Tabitha.
Really? Who's she?
You have never heard of her? For shame! I can see you know little of the world of magic.
This is true.
I'm beginning to get that impression, yes.
Well, what kind of people come to see you?
What kind of people come to see you?
Seekers after the truth, such as yourself.
What else do you do besides sell junk?
Do you do anything else?
I am a voodoo yen. That is plenty. It takes much spiritual effort.
How many of you are there? So a lot of your classmates were cops, Phantasma, just trying to learn to beat people up? Well, I mean, it's good to know self-defense, but not like to use it against people that don't need it. You know, that's a bad problem, especially if they're just aggressive jerks.
How many voodoo yens are there?
No one knows exactly. Many practice in secret. There are probably hundreds. But of course the level and the power of the voodoo yens differ greatly, depending on their training and natural gifts.
Tell me anything at all. Anything.
Tell me anything at all.
I haven't always lived in New Orleans. I came here from Kansas as a young woman.
I just love how he says that. Tell me anything at all.
Tell me anything at all.
I began studying voodoo more than 20 years ago. I am well versed in the magical art.
Yeah, I mean, cops, they can, of course, get in situations where they're fighting for their life. You know, you have an aggressive perpetrator or whatever, but I guess it really depends if it's more self-defense oriented or offense oriented, I suppose.
Tell me anything at all.
Many non-believers come to me. They are usually believers when they leave.
What does that mean?
Tell me anything at all.
Dr. John sends me many seekers such as yourself.
Ah, this is like a system. I see how it is.
I can't think of anything.
Very well.
So a little bit too much on the violent side, it sounds like. Because I know karate and some of those other ones have a lot more self-defensive maneuvers, which might be better for them to learn, rather than just straight up killing somebody. How about Greek-Gree? I think that's how they say it.
Give me an example of a Greek-Gree.
All right. Here's an old one. Take a lodestone and some brimstone to a crossroads at midnight. Light the brimstone with a match, and a spirit will come and give you advice in gambling.
I'm going to try that next time I go to the casino. Let's ask what else.
Give me an example of a Greek-Gree.
Here's an old hoodoo Dr. Gree-Gree. Place a dime under your client's tongue, and if the client is under a spell of any kind, the dime will turn black.
We should all try that. See if anybody's dimes turn black.
Give me an example of a Greek-Gree.
To send someone away, take a rotten egg and write that person's name on it 9 times. You can also write on it where you want to send that person to. Take it and throw it against his door at midnight.
That's, I mean, kind of like a lot of things. It's all about moderation, and you only use it when you need it, kind of thing. And hopefully, for killing people, you shouldn't need it very often. Maybe if you're in the military and you're actually doing some active duty and you're in hostile areas, then sure, you probably will need that. But definitely not normal, even for cops, honestly.
Give me an example of a Greek-Gree.
Here's a nasty one. To kill someone, get a sock or a shoe that belongs to that person. Put graveyard dirt in it and bury it under their front steps.
Does that work?
I don't know. I never tried it.
What kind of Gree-Gree seller are you?
Give me an example of a Greek-Gree.
To ensure the safety of your child, cut a lock of its hair while it is still a baby and keep it with you. The child must have all its hair before it can die.
What?
These are interesting.
They're very old. The Gree-Gree that I prepare is much more powerful, I can assure you, but I don't give out those secrets.
Funny. No, that's good. Yeah, I mean, you've been in situations like that, but you've never needed to go that far with it. So you know the restraint, Phantasma. Okay, so I feel like I talked to her about everything, but what else am I supposed to do here?
No thanks. My dream.
I try to touch the crystal ball. Nope.
A large apparel.
Am I just supposed to leave? I don't really know what my mission was to come here for, besides to talk to her, you know?
Magenta Snakes looks a little sickly, but Gabriel would still rather not stick his hand in the cage.
What I want to do is grab this extra snake skin down here,
Magenta,
but I'm not sure if it'll let me.
Magenta Snakes look magenta.
No. Yeah, I mean, it's very good knowledge to have in very extreme situations, absolutely. You've been taking kickboxing for a while. Honestly, I haven't even had to use that, but at least you have that. And, I mean, any kind of martial arts will typically keep you in shape, which is its own great benefit, you know? Okay, we might be done here. I'm not sure what else I could do.
It's not that easy to get a message from the crystal ball. Gabriel doesn't want to rearrange Magenta's possession.
Maybe we do. Okay, I think we might be done here.
Well, I guess I'll be gone now.
She didn't have a whole lot of useful information, did she?
As you wish.
But I have a feeling we'll be back there. Yeah, I'm more interested in the fitness than bashing someone's head in. Good, good. What now? Maybe we want to check with Mosely again. Well, if Joe Rogan is anyone to trust, you definitely want to hold some silverback gorillas. Joe Rogan's a beast, which is so funny because he was like a game show host for a while, and then he's doing commentary for UFC. Yet he's like a huge fitness person, and he's a pretty big guy for like, not like heavy, but like fit, you know? What is he doing? Installing a new light switch? Or no, that was like a thermostat, wasn't it? I want to say that was a thermostat.
Got a forklift?
Oh, it's so bad. I accidentally clicked the move button. Of course, because I did it on a heavyset guy.
Got a forklift?
She has to go there. Probably the same thing if I try to pick him up.
Got a forklift?
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to talk to him.
Got a second, officer?
Oh yeah, and a comedian too, that's right.
What can I do you for?
I'm here to see Detective Mosely.
He's in his office. Go on back.
I'm assuming I need to, like, each new day, you gotta, like, ask him for permission before you can go back there, you know? You can never just go. A gorilla could rip off my arms. Gorillas are scary. Of course, there's different sizes of gorillas and stuff, but they're all just really strong, it seems like.
The door works pretty well.
I didn't mean to do that. There we go. The scariest thing, I think, is when, I don't know why it seems to be a common thing with gorillas, but they just rip off people's faces when they want to kill someone or something.
Yeah, what is it, you wanker?
And there's a lot of people that apparently survived this, but they just literally have no face at that point. It's so terrible to see that. All right, let's talk to Mosely.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
Oh, chimps are the smart ones? That makes sense.
Away.
Anything new on the case? Because this is a new day, right?
What's the status on the Voodoo Murders case?
You're as filled in as me.
Oh, I just thought of something. Okay, now that we need to go talk to that Madame Getty, right? We need some paperwork to show the butler to say, hey, we're here on official business. Maybe we get it from him, or maybe we can steal it and photocopy it or something. You have a gorilla try to kill you, just have nothing left. Yeah, it might be chimps that were actually ripping off people's faces. It's just terrible, though, to see that. So let's tell him to go get us coffee.
How about getting me some coffee?
No way. Enough is enough.
Hey.
Please, pretty please. All right. Just shut the hell up.
Hey, at least that works. Okay, now is there some paperwork we need to grab? I'm not sure.
Some people are never satisfied.
Yeah, I don't know if gorillas just attack normally or if they have to feel threatened to do so.
Gabriel
I'm not sure what I need to grab. I assume there's something though, you know?
Here, drink it.
Drink your coffee. But I don't want it.
Thanks.
I've never seen the show I Survived. And there's an episode where a chimp killed 4 men and ripped the arms off the 5th, and the 6th survived. Wow. But only because he picked up a log and managed to hit the alpha chimp in the chest. Holy crap, that's terrifying. Wow. So they're territorial but not big on fighting. So it is like you're encroaching on them, OJ. They won't go out of their way to kill you, but you encroach in their territory, you're gonna have problems. Okay, before we do anything else here, I want to check out that copy machine. Or maybe there'd be something in here.
There's a photocopy machine in...
sure. What's crazy is, so one of them lost the arms, and the other one didn't lose any arms that survived, right? One person lost both, the other person kept both. It's terrifying.
Can I ask you a few questions, ma'am?
I'm sorry, sir, but I really have to finish these reports.
And yeah, of course, the original 4 that died.
It's an inbox.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This might be a good place to start the next stream, honestly, because we're at a point where I kind of know what I need to do, but I'm missing one key ingredient to get to that point. We can either have the woman come in here to photograph us and I can sneak out there, or we have him go get coffee and we can sneak around here. I'm not sure which one we need to get the item, though. Let's see. In that case, I think Krav Maga would not be useful. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they train you against chimps anyway. It's going to be different movements, different ways you need to attack. You wouldn't, you know, attack a gorilla, obviously, the same way you would a person. But a gun, that'll do it. And where is my save? There it is. I'm creating a lot of saves in this game in case I do something stupid and I get like stuck. You know, I want to be sure I can go back, but not too far back.